up, everyone? It's me, Steph, aka Alternerd, and welcome back to the Planet of Nerds.
Oh shit, we're live?
Apologies.
We're live? What?
Yes, we're
Well,
actually
oh, Jesus
live.
Christ.
Finally.
Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry. I was asleep then for a second.
We are actually live. Yes,
Woohoo!
finally.
Yeah.
OBS is a little bit iffy at the moment, so yeah, here we are.
Oh,
And I'm just checking
that
everything and
Yorkshire me
everything's fine,
internety.
so let's click off that and let's go here. Yes, alright. Oh, everyone can calm now. We're here. Hello, how's everyone doing?
What
I'm
up,
joined
people?
by this ugly mug above me.
Oh, hold on. You're down there. All right, you're down here this time.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Cool. I remember that. Right,
I'm
fine.
down below, you're up there. Yes.
Well, you know, that's just genetics. You're 4'3" in high heels.
Hey, I'm 5'4" without the high heels. Thank you very much.
You're 5'4" when you're on a trampoline. Fucking hell. Anyway, you going to introduce me or not? For God's sake, Jesus.
Well, I just tried to.
Oh,
Hence, the dude above with the ugly mug. Hello. Go for it.
yeah, I didn't get that reference. I'm sorry, I didn't get that reference. Maybe it's because I'm some sort of dumbass orc.
Just, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
remember
my
that for next
Fucking
time.
postman saw that as well. Bitch.
I know, it's so funny. We'll explain in a moment, guys. But for the time being, that dude above me, if you don't know who he is, introduce yourself.
Oh, I've got to introduce. Jesus.
Yes.
Come back, Chris. All is forgiven. I have to do all the bloody work here when Steph's around. Fucking hell. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Planet of Nerds. My name is Kev, aka Nuff Said, aka Captain Strong. Bo. And this is a bit of an impromptu one today.
We've learnt.
As in, I didn't have any fucking clue we were going on.
Me neither. But we've learned a very many great deal things. One of which is,
Steph
Chris.
doesn't respect personal time.
There's that. But Chris,
I turned on my wrong webcam at just the wrong time. James, if you'd seen what she'd seen, all your questions would have been answered. But as it is, yeah, mate, sorry, she hit the go live button too late. You know, what can you do?
all I'm saying is, Chris, if you're watching this live or on replay, firstly, get better soon, mate. But secondly, OBS Studio, help. When you're better, help. That's all I'm going to say.
And once you've taught her OBS Studio, shoelaces are a very tricky subject as well for her. And anyway, in the chat, let's just say a quick hello. We've got Will here. We got Matt here. Jesus Christ, we got David we got the ledge in the house. And we've got a donkey called James. I'm sorry, now he's really a horse. He's a horse called James.
To be fair, though, what I'm going to do is, because we were supposed to do something else this evening.
This is true.
That didn't happen in the end. So let me just do something.
And yes, David, we do appreciate that, man. Unfortunately, Chris, well, we all know the situation with Chris. You know, we were all here for charity streams and stuff. So hopefully we'll be doing that next week.
Well, for the Ledge in particular, Ledge, check your Twitter DM in a moment. Come on. There we go. Yes. Nope. Yeah. Check your Twitter DM, Ledge. If you want to come in, you are more than welcome.
Yes, please come save me from being alone with this manic hobbit here. God damn it. Hold on. There is not enough bow in all the world. But if you want to sponsor me, you can send me a free crate or 7.
Yeah, crate wouldn't do it for our orc. Needs to be at least a minimum of 7 crates.
Per day.
Per day, yeah. It's a wonder you're still alive, mate.
Look. Have you not seen this beautiful visage? Look at me. I am awesome.
He's ready for his close-up, right?
Extreme close-up.
Extreme. How's everyone doing in the chat anyway? Oh, hang on.
Oh,
dinner
hang
is
on. She's
literally
lost her.
finishing
She's
on
lost
the
her chat
stove.
now or something. Probably knowing her.
Oh, okay then. Well, Ledge, once you're finished with dinner, if we're still rocking on live, the link's still there. It's an open invitation for you, mate. Come in whenever you're free if we're still live, all right?
So save yourself if you're having dinner. Have 17 courses. Avoid this.
Have you seen what James has put? Enhance.
Yes, I know.
I love it.
Enhance.
Yes.
Enhance. That's a running theme with us. I keep forgetting to dig out one of my old keyboards to do the proper sound effects. Because if I actually do it properly, I will fuck something up. Because I've only got 2 keyboards on the go and they're both hooked up to computers. It will all go wrong, especially with these big fat orc fingers.
Okay, I'm just going to try something on this Stream Deck. I know that it works through Studio OBS.
Lordy, help
if
us
it
all.
works through Streamlabs OBS before we get on to the first topic. So hang on a minute, hang on. That should have worked.
Oh, we didn't hear anything.
No, you won't have heard anything, but the stream.
Well, then how am I supposed to react to it? For God's sake, woman.
It's like a celebratory music. Da-da, yay. You know? So, hey up, Chadwick. Lovely to see you, mate.
Yeah, it did happen.
If anyone subscribes
Oh, Chadwick's in the house as well. How you doing?
If anyone, let's say, subscribes to us, or even, let's say, sends us a Cash App, a donation, or anything, then, yeah, James heard it, yay, then we've now got sounds, so we can celebrate and be all proper and legit and everything. So awesome.
Yay.
Yay, James heard it. Woo-hoo. Yay, it works.
I pity you.
The Cash App for today is British £, Stefania's World. Should be, you know, along the ticker, along the bottom.
It looks like Stefanzo's World.
No.
The text is not great on the stream.
Stefania's World. £, to be fair.
STEFONIOS World.
No.
That's. I was just reading it on the. I'm just reading it on the text scroll at the bottom of the screen.
All right, dude. I'm not stressed. I'm okay. Woosah and all that. But it would have been better.
Of course, you're not stressed. You're with me. I'm the best calming tool in the world.
Bollocks.
Hey, honey, you stroke my horns, you'll feel better all day long. And Rich, if you're lurking in the back somewhere, that wasn't a euphemism. I'm actually on about these things. Look, see these things.
Exactly, James. Stefania's World. Booyah. And Chadwick, I'm doing
yes,
very
Stefania's
well.
World is la la la.
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much, Chadwick. How are you doing, my friend? Okay, well, I think that was beginnings
Chadwick,
to start.
I am great. I'm hoping you're good today.
Shall we start with the first article, which I thought was
James, you are such
James,
you are such a little fucking simp for Steph, really, honestly.
James, thank you. You see, everyone understands it's Stefania's World. It's his, not ours. Boom. Okay.
Yes, Stefania's World, and it's a scorched earth policy there.
Shall we get down to it?
No, I want to know why James is simping for you when I named my horse after him. I mean, granted, yes, I do whip that thing to within an inch of its life and just ram it into walls and stuff.
Yeah.
But come on, James, you've got recognition on a internationally known YouTube channel. By about 570 people.
Ish. I think before we went live, we lost a couple of subscribers. Oh, well.
Yeah, I know. I don't get that. Every time we go up by 10, we lose 3. It's weird. Oh, and by the way, yes, Cash App donations, all the rest of it, much appreciated. But at this present second, our goal really and truly, if we're focused on it, is to get to 1,000 subscribers so we could actually possibly, have a chance of earning a penny from this bloody thing so we can continue to entertain you.
Yeah.
And if you're not entertained, send me a big paycheck with about 6 zeros at the end of it and I'll stop for life. Okay. But if you're not willing to do that, then please, 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 please tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your family, especially if you, let's be honest, if you hate your family, just get them to subscribe and watch our stuff, because then, they'll never talk to you again. And, it's a win-win situation. We get a subscriber, you get them out of your hair. Who can argue with that?
Win-win.
Yeah, see, my co-host is actually giving me a thumbs up for that one. Not sure why.
Clever. It is quite clever. So, beyond the Snyder Cut, the other mythical films we are curious to see. Now, I saw this from The Guardian and I thought, oh, this is quite interesting, because I'd heard through the grapevine last week that there was like an R-rated Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes, there was, but I guarantee you why. I can tell you exactly now why that's an R-rated Mrs. Doubtfire.
Well,
sorry, by the way, people, I have not read these articles. Like I said, this is lastminute.com, which is what we're all good at, isn't that, Steph? Right, Steph?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes. So, but I don't know what this article is gonna mention about these things, but I'll guarantee you, Mrs. Doubtfire is going to be R-rated because they dropped the F-bomb like a dozen times. I'll guarantee you that's the whole reason. It's, it's not like Pierce Brosnan comes in and, seduces Mrs. Doubtfire or anything. It's going to be because of the F-bomb. And I recognize the picture in the second one. And the third one, actually. The third one is Wonder Woman 84. If you look at the pictures on the...
No, it's not. We're going to get onto that in a moment. So, we have, from an R-rated Mrs. Doubtfire to an ultra-violent Event Horizon, film history is littered with rumoured cuts that may or may not exist. So, before we start, I suppose the main question for the orc and the chat is, which film would you want to see the Snyder Cut treatment? As in, like, a favourite film of yours that you'd want it proper extended to, like, the ends of the earth. Just that kind of thing.
What, so the Snyder Cut where you can actually do reshoots and stuff.
Why not? Yeah.
Because I do recall I lost a impromptu movie fights kind of thing using the Snyder Cut logic, and it was like I was told, no, that's not a that's not a cut, that's a reshoot. And I was like, well, look at the sky in screaming agony, look. Snyder Cut got his reshoots.
Yes, he did.
Why can't my film?
Now, just to kind of ask, 7 likes, but 11 of you in the chat. Who's lurking? Give this video a thumbs up. Come on. Please do that. It's $3.99, dudes. Anyways, Orc, you didn't answer my question. Which film would you want to have the Snyder Cut treatment?
Well, I already had this argument on the movie fights.
Yeah,
Spawn.
Okay. Why?
Spawn. Because that is such a fantastic IP. And the original concept, I'm really on the piss now. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Yes. The, how am I now? No, I'm still pissed. Okay. But Spawn, that didn't help at all. If I lean all the way over the other side, I can counterbalance gravity and alcoholism by, doing this. No, Spawn is a great IP. If you read the original stories about it, it is so gruesome, but there's such a moral tale there. It was completely neutered by the studio to the point where they said, right, you can have the gun violence in it, but you can't show any blood. So you got people getting shot left, right, and center, but anybody who gets shot has to have body armor. So you get sparks flying off of it. It was a frustrating movie. I loved it when it came out simply because of the the concept of it and the fact it was doing something which wasn't done in which hadn't been done before. I mean, people go, oh, what's his face, Black Panther, first black superhero. No, you had Spawn before, and you had Blade after that. So it's like, no, you're not. You don't know. And Spawn is so underrated because it could have been so much better. But the studio really did dick with that film a lot, and McFarlane kind of went with it because he needed the money. He didn't have the clout to get away with saying no, screw you. So yeah, there you go. That's kind of my little mini rant about Spawn there.
All right.
What about yours, honey?
For me, oh, I don't know, is the honest answer. I'm leaning towards.
How about Spaceballs?
No. No. Damn,
No?
Spaceballs to hell. No. Me and parody films don't get on that well, it seems.
Now,
So,
you see,
hell
we
no
are the
to
planet of nerds. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. We respect everybody's opinion, apart from Steph's when it comes to Spaceballs, because she is just blatantly wrong.
Okay, so I am kind of flitting towards either The Breakfast Club, because that's my favourite film in the whole wide world, and if, you know, it's my favourite film, I'd want to see more of it. Hell yeah. Especially like, you know, when they're getting up to no good with the herbal variety and running around the corridors and causing all mischief and fun and all that lot. I think, yeah, an extended of that would be awesome for me. But then I would say if I had to think, okay, set aside my bias for my favourite film, Inglourious Bastards, Quentin Tarantino.
Okay, but I have a slight problem with both of your picks there, both Inglourious Bastards and The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I have a minor little gripe with that, in my personal opinion. And again, this is the Planet of Nerds. Everybody's opinion is valid. Everybody's opinion is correct in your own mind, unless you're Steph.
Well, yeah.
You have picked two good to great films. I mean, I wasn't a massive fan of Inglourious Bastards, but Breakfast Club is a classic.
Mm.
You have picked two great, or I'll compromise and we'll say classic, good. We'll compromise on great for both of them as a blanket statement for the pair. The quote, air quotes, yeah, I'm doing air quotes, but they're under the desk, so you can't see my hands because, you know, I've got a can in one hand, fag in the other, and a fag in my mouth. You know, I plan ahead on these things. You picked two great movies where we're talking, the basis of this is something which was not best received and it has been improved upon. How would you, right, for example, The Breakfast Club, I don't see how you would really improve on that. You know, Inglourious Bastards, you could put in a bit more action, a little bit more dialogue. It wouldn't, I mean, yeah, okay, Tarantino's dialogue is great, but it wouldn't make a massive change to the film.
Snyder Cut didn't do that.
Oh, it did.
In my opinion,
it completely rehashed, redone the story. It gave us backstory, which gave us context, which gave us different meanings to different scenes. It, in my opinion, right, and you know, I'm a DC guy. I love my DC. Yeah, Marvel's cool. You know, apart from Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
And yeah, and you know, but I'm overall on DC over Marvel. And yeah, the Snyder Cut was fucking 10 times better than the original Justice League. 10 times better. It made more sense as a story. You could actually connect with it. You could see where things were going. It wasn't just it felt like it was actually in order. It didn't feel like it was just the studio picking, oh, that's a good scene, oh, that's a good scene, oh, that's a good shot, that's a good shot, and shoehorning them all together into a movie. It actually felt more complete as a movie. It was a better experience overall, in my opinion, a much better. And maybe my expectations were tempered by what we had with the original Justice League, but I felt that it was a hell of a lot better. I 10 times better than the original release of Justice League. So,
well, in the chat, James has put, it's not my favourite film, but I want the Snyder Cut equivalent of Rise of Skywalker. And I don't just mean everything JJ shot, including Matt Smith. I also want to see his treatments for episodes 8 and 9. Do you mean 7 and 8? James, there. I mean, the thing is, if that's kind of opening a can of worms there, James, because yeah, you could do the Snyder Cut treatment for episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, but it would then mean having to redo episodes 7 and 8 as well. You'd have to redo the whole trilogy, really, because they're all screwed in their own way and they're not interconnected at all. So you just have to redo the whole lot if you're going to just go that route. Looking at Will Morris, he agrees with you, Orc. Yes, Spawn is great.
Of course he does.
Better when McFarlane.
Because Will has good taste, apart from when it comes to Star Trek.
Yeah. He says original Spawn is a good watch. Matthew Coburn. Matt, he says he's not sure, but Ghostbusters 2 didn't get fully done because they weren't given enough time. Since Columba wanted it in the summer, he believes. Some special effects didn't get made in time because of it.
That is true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
they wanted to do another couple of months, pick up shots and various other pieces from what I believe, but they didn't get the time because this was in a time when Ghostbusters 2, for example, was done. It was in a time where you set your release date down and that was it. That was the word of God.
Yeah.
You had to make that come hell or high water. If you were editing the film till midnight the day before release, that's what you fucking did. So,
well, Matt then has turned around and said Maximum Overdrive had more scenes of gore, but they couldn't find the footage for the Blu-ray a few years ago. Like the steamroller had blood on it and a character's face.
Yeah, no, I've got a copy of that where the steamroller rolls over and it keeps on rolling and you just see the blood trail over the front of the steamroller. I've got that on DVD. I have that on DVD with the blood on and the big chunk taken out of the guy's head when he gets hit by the can by the vending machine. I've got that version.
I see Maximum Overdrive is as a comedy rather than an actual horror film, and that's quite.
You've watched the trailer, girl.
Yeah.
And plus, you're from a different generation. I've been through like 300 of your generations of Poxy Hobbitses, because Hobbitses only live to about they stop growing when they're 6, and by the age of 20 they're old. So you must be the elder of your village.
But before we say anything else, guess who's in? Hello, Spencer. Spencer's in the chat. Hey up, mate.
Yes, I know Spencer was in the chat. I was trying to ignore him.
He says, "What's up, people?" And Doc. Hello. Lovely to see you.
At least he spelt it right this time. At least he spelt it right this time.
Yeah, at least he did. James did mean episodes 8 and 9 because he apparently had treatments for 8 and 9. Fair enough.
Well, yeah.
George.
Yeah, and
sorry, go on.
Episode 8, they were given the script, and it was like, no, fuck that.
Fair play.
It was, it was, the whole Star Wars thing is a massive kerfuffle that really gets my goat up. And I can say that because you don't have a goat graphic. So ha 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 ha.
Oh,
And Fluffy's locked away in the bedroom.
And we have the one, the only, the Ledge is in the building.
Hey, that spy guy is here.
The spy guy. Yes.
Sorry, the spy guy. Yeah.
So,
Oh, I've subbed to the wrong channel. Shit. Sorry, mate.
what do you
I had
mean,
someone
sub to
earlier
the wrong
today start
channel?
pinging on Facebook, thinking I was some other spy guy. That's a true story. Like,
It wasn't from the Kremlin, was he?
No, but it was like, what had happened with this? Whatever happened to this interview you were doing with this person? I'm like, I don't do interviews. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, I might have put out a false report that you were going to get an exclusive about me.
Mm.
You know, yeah, I was trying to get some more subs, but it didn't work at all. Oh, and as we
If you want to really get subs, you have to go to a special kind of club
or a sandwich bar.
No, just to kind of show you all, if you haven't already, the Ledge has his own channel. It's called The Spy Guy. Go subscribe to him. I will put the link in the chat right now. Oh, hang on, it'll let me.
No, do you want me to do it?
Yeah, no, I've done it. We're cool. Yeah, he does reviews. He speaks to historians. So you get a lot of knowledge drops as well from our Ledge. So go over if you haven't done already and subscribe. If not, I'll punch you all in the throat. How about that? I'm going a little bit. What is it there? Philip
Yorkshire.
DeFranco. No. Philip DeFranco does that.
And also, by the way, by throat she means kneecap because she can't reach any higher than that.
But stay tuned because me and the Ledge have been speaking behind the scenes, and when we can get our times all kind of synced up, because you know, world time zones and all that can be a bit.
Life gets in the way. Oh, by the way, sorry, just quickly, Chadwick, man, have a good one. Yes, drink a beer for me, brother.
Okay.
Go get that beer after 12 hours of working. That is, he's been working for 12 hours.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, do subscribe to the Spy Guy because you don't want to miss out. Me and the Ledge, we have a collab coming up that's going to be on both our channels. So you need to be subscribed to both to get the full experience of our collab. And I promise you, it's going to be epic. So
yeah, there you go, Dave.
Yeah,
get your backsides over to the Spy Guy. Dude supports us to no end and our community, so let's send the love back to him. But yes, I don't know, have you kept an ear on what we're talking about, Ledge?
Yeah, I was trying to think of a movie that I would love to see that done too, and I'm wondering if we can choose ones from back in the day. I would love to see Conan the Destroyer get the proper.
Oh yes, now that is a
made into an R-rated, bringing some of the special effects recut in a way, and add some footage in there.
Not that lame ass fucking monster at the end of it, and
yeah.
Oh, dude, that is a fucking great. I have that on DVD. Obviously, I have the original. I have two, I think, copies of Conan the Barbarian on DVD. I've got like a 2-disc special edition for its like 25th or whatever it was anniversary. But yeah, the Destroyer, it was just like, oh no. You know, I mean, and no offense, Grace Jones in that.
Yep.
La la la.
It was just recut. My understanding, the original attempt was R-rated, and then Basil Papadopoulos or whatever his name is came in and basically said, "No, I want to make you to recut this to be a PG-13." And
yes, we need to appeal to a bigger audience.
Yeah,
and thusly the franchise died.
Yeah,
and then we got the Momoa reboot, which wasn't actually as bad.
Yeah, it's good for about an hour, and then the second kind of falls apart in the third act.
Yeah, and and also we had the Conan series.
Oh yeah,
I can never remember the guy's name.
Yeah,
what's his name?
Don't forget Red Sonja.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Red Sonja's her own character.
Yeah.
And yes, if I was redoing Red Sonja now, or getting the Snyder Cut of Red Sonja, yeah, I would skimp on the bikini a little bit more. You know, make it a bit more aesthetically pleasing, shall we say?
It was pretty aesthetically pleasing as it was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm not arguing that. Bridget Nielsen in her day. Oh yeah. But yeah. Oh, but no. Conan. That I hadn't even considered that one because I kind of forgot Destroyer happened. I just, there was only one Conan, like Highlander. There is only one.
Okay. And hang on a minute.
Oh, Hating Nate in the house.
Hating Nate in the house. Hello, Hating Nate. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. Before you leave, don't forget, thumbs up the video. That'd be nice. But yes, let's actually start this article. There's a
All right,
few...
BRB wants to. Just chat to the ledge. Pimp the ledge for a second. Pimp the ledge.
Well,
for
my
a
latest episode is my hating on the new version of The Stand on 19.8 from the 2020 Amazon cut.
Huh? The Stand, is that the thing with Amber Turd in it?
Yes, it's terrible.
Of course it's terrible. It's got Amber Turd in it.
But if people will watch the original 1994 miniseries that was made from network TV, that was better.
Was it?
Yeah. I'm like, wow.
That's really bad to say that was bad. Although, to be fair, anything with Amber Turd in it, oof. What are your thoughts on Amber Turd?
What is that line? There, no matter how attractive a woman, there's a crazy hot scale, and she's way into the crazy when I hear her.
You have a way with the English language. I respect you, good sir.
She's not in the unicorn zone, for those who know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, mate. I respect that. Hating Nate says he would like to see the Snyder Cut version of RoboCop 3. What do you think to that?
Yeah, there's something to be said about that. My understanding, that was another one that got cut down from being an R-rated movie to being a PG-13. No, more even a general audience. Yeah. They wanted to make it broad as appeal as possible, so they had to cut everything out of it.
Well, in terms of this article, what we're going to do is there are some films that apparently have mythical cuts to them. So let's see, once we read through them, would we want to see the Snyder Cut version of this or not? So the first one that we've got is...
Sorry. Crate 1 is cleared.
Okay. Good to know.
On to Crate 2.
All right. So, just to mention, the first one that we've got is Mrs. Doubtfire, The Profane Cut. So...
Told you! I called it!
The article says that, Robin Williams has given us kid-friendly entertainment, but it was hardly PG. Foul-mouthed mania of his comedy sets to his behaviour behind the scenes. He cultivated a decidedly adult persona that he nonetheless excelled at fitting into all ages and environments. One such example was the Mrs. Doubtfire set. He was said to have improvised so much and so freely that he filled out an R-rated version of the PG-13 final product. And some have theorised an anti-upping NC-17 cut might be out there somewhere, but actor Mara Wilson dispelled that particular bit of the scuttlebutt. But yeah, apparently Columbus even said that he's open to making a documentary about the outrageously funny material that was kept out of the final version. Now, putting to one side that there's that clause in Robin Williams' Robin Williams' will that says that...
You cannot reuse his likeness in any form of future technologies for 100 years.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, and like outtakes and stuff like that are part of that.
No, I
clause
don't
as well,
think.
isn't
I'm not sure outtakes are covered in that because they are legitimately filmed and technically property of the company that owns the rights to the footage. I think his is more to do with they can't face, not face rig, was it? Deep fake him onto something and use his image in anything that has not been previously filmed.
Okay. Well, hold that thought because.
Yeah, while I'm holding that thought, I just want to.
James is in the house and he's new. Hello there. Welcome to our little channel.
Welcome to the new person.
Welcome.
Yes,
to
welcome to the madhouse, mate. Welcome to the madhouse. Run a mile before you get infected. That's my advice. I'm the main host on this channel.
If you love nerdy talk, films, gaming, all that malarkey, give us a good old-fashioned subscribe down below, mate. We'd love to see more of you. But yes, welcome. I suppose.
No, sorry, James. You're. It's not one of your forms. You're not Ultimate X. You're Brand X. Okay, James. And I just want to say, by the way, whilst we're saying hello to people, I did notice I've said hello to Will, and Chadwick. But where is he? Yeah, Jim's in the house.
Jim's in the house.
And Bob's in the house as well. Sorry. Hello. I had a call of nature.
Hey, up you guys. Lovely to see you. I suppose then, regardless of that kind of portion of his will, would you want to see an R-rated Mrs. Doubtfire?
It would just be a few F-bombs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And to me, with a film like Mrs. Doubtfire, that is not going to enhance the story. Like I was saying to you earlier, you said Breakfast Club and what was the other one you said? Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They are great movies. They would not be enhanced by getting, inverted commas, the Snyder Cut treatment.
Mm.
It's the same principle with Mrs. Doubtfire. It's a great movie. It would not it would not enhance the movie having an F-bomb dropped.
Yeah, I mean, it is a family movie. I really got to say, it is all about this guy who's trying to get back with his kids and back into their life, and having a whole bunch of swearing going on. It just, and I have seen Robin Williams live. He doesn't swear that much. It's a lot more impressions. So,
dude, I've seen Robin Williams live. In fact, I've got a friend whose father was a producer on Good Morning Vietnam.
Sweet.
So, but this is the same guy whose father turned down somebody.
Comic Book Bob, I've seen your comment about Fan 4 Stick. That will be coming up shortly. And Snyder Cut of Battle Angel. So much of that story arc was unseen. I agree with that.
No, fuck that. I don't want a Snyder Cut of Battle Angel. I want Battle Angel 2.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No. I thought Battle Angel was great as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was a setup for the lore, for the world. Now, I'm a guy, I had the original manga on fucking VHS in 96 or 98 or wherever it was. Oh, they introduced you to the world of Battle Angel Alita.
Yeah. I've only seen the VHS, or sorry, DVD copy of that VHS, but so I've not seen the remake.
No. Oh, you haven't seen the new one? Rodriguez directed.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was just one of those movies that came and gone in the theater before I could see it.
Okay, mate.
It hasn't shown up on these streaming services that I want to watch.
Pick it up. I mean, if you have to sail the high seas, just watch it. It's well worth the watch. You know, it is well worth a watch.
Well, thank you very much, Ultimate X James. He says he's already subscribed, so thank you so much for that.
That's you sucker for punishment.
Very, very wonderful.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, moving on to the next one, Cats the Butthole Cut. Really?
Sorry, which one?
So it's the true magic of Tom Hooper's What's It musical that because every aspect is so dazzlingly misjudged, any claim about the film sounds like a possible truth? In that case, sure, why not believe the murmurs that an early pass at the CGI rendered the ensemble of humanoid cat people with realistic anuses? The special effects team had a much publicised hell of a time synthesising the motion capture character design, with one animator recalling a cruder textural module giving the impression of a very furry lady with genitals and buttholes in the cast's private regions. Immediately an ungraspable dream took place. Judi Dench and Ian McKellen, anuses. Rebel Wilson and James Corden, anuses. Taylor Swift,
well, James
anus.
Corden is he's more of a dick than an anus, let's be honest. But
well, it's all about the Orkwang, isn't it? None would be exempt.
No. The butthole's not big enough for the Orkwang.
Well, the reasons
doesn't matter what species you are. I'm not picky. You know, human, cat, farmyard animal. It's all good. I mean, it's not going to happen no matter what. Caught me slipping.
Moving swiftly on, the reasons for altering this detail
I think so.
may be obvious, but the tantalising fantasy of hidden orifices has an elusive lure all its own, the suicidal hanging munchkin for a new generation.
I'm sorry, hold on. Hidden orifices. Who wrote this? Because whoever wrote that, whoever wrote that bit of it, really might need to see you might need to see a therapist if you felt that you needed to see humans portraying cats with piss poor CGI. I'm going to be honest with you. It reminded me of Wonder Woman 84. I said that on our Wonder Woman 84 review, which is, if you scroll down our videos, it's there somewhere. If you're picturing a world where of the movies of cats, as bad as it is then highlighted with James' butthole. You really? I've not thought of that. I didn't expect that. I didn't want that. I didn't need that. I mean, technically, I didn't need the movie, and I've seen the show stage show 3 times, 4 times actually.
Well, the author of this article is Charles Bramsco of the Guardian, and so yes.
Well, that explains everything.
Well, yes, Ledge. Ultimately, would we want to see the cat's butthole cut if we were able to see their orifices unhidden? Yes or no?
No, kitty, no! It's a bad kitty! Mom! Kitty's been
Only
a
to torture
butthole!
people I don't like.
Ultimately,
this
though,
is the kind of thing that we have to strap people to chairs and make them watch over and over again until they tell us where the nuclear bomb is. That's the only point of this movie.
Yeah. We are not allowed to hurt you anymore, but Cats is on repeat and the remote control has no batteries in it.
So I think that's a no from the panel there. What do you think in the
just
chat?
A bit.
Let us know. The next one is very interesting. Dune the Lynch Cut. So
didn't we get that?
Well, what it's saying here is that the David Lynch's adaptation of the legendary Frank Herbert novel, which you've got them all, we know, could have been the result of
and
creative
I've got
compromise.
2 versions of Dune.
Okay. Yet American cinema's strangest genius has distanced his name from his blockbuster-sized bomb, crying foul against Universal as delinchifying the nearly 3-hour-long cut he'd laid out. The plot was truncated and simplified, and the more confusing scenes, or as Lynch fans call it, the good stuff, were ditched, and the blazing weirdness was diminished in a futile effort to bolster a mainstream appeal they never had a chance of attaining. These days, the director clams up when asked about it in interviews, and he's reportedly turned down offers to assemble a director's cut of his own for home release. Now, Ledge, do you have the books for Dune? Have you read Dune?
I've read the first 2 books.
Okay.
Oh, mate, no, sorry, Steph. Hold on, we're going off down a wormhole for a second here. which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is a show we do on Sundays called Wormholes. If you are new to this channel, like Ultimate X, you might want to check it out. We'll be live this Sunday. But no, Ledge, man, you've got to read the entire series. They span. No, trust me.
I know.
Great.
I've read synopsises on the rest of the novels. I've read Dune and Dune Messiah. That's enough for me. I've done some of his son's works, which is okay. I'm out of science fiction now for the most part, and that's just not stuff I'm going back down the hole on. Maybe 20 years ago, I would have read them all, but that's just not a world. We did get there is a fan-made 4-hour cut of Dune, which fills in all the holes. I've watched some of it. It exists. This is not something we need to make.
It's hard to find.
Someone already did the work.
It's hard to find, but it's there.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they put it back up. Is it back up on YouTube now? Because it got taken down. I think
every time someone takes it down, someone puts it back up.
Yeah, that's why it's hard to find, because it just disappears, and then three months later it disappears on another burner channel.
Whack-a-mole.
Not that we encourage that, because copyright theft is theft.
Yeah. There's also Space did their miniseries version, which I did watch all of theirs. So they did.
Yeah, the Sci-Fi Channel was in the UK.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I've got those on DVD.
Space.
I've got those on DVD.
They did Dune Messiah, and then they had Children of Dune. So
yeah,
there's stuff out there for those on it.
Well, no, they actually combined Dune Messiah with Children of Dune. James McAvoy was in it. The second one. They did the original Dune miniseries, and then they did Dune Apocalypse. They called it in the UK. I don't know what they called it in the US. They called it Dune Apocalypse, because
we call it Children of Dune here.
Yeah, I know. At least they called it by the title of the third book, because they amalgamated the second and third books together.
Yeah,
for that miniseries. And yes, I have those on DVD as well.
Well, with
that being
said, I've not seen this movie. You guys have, so I will defer to your good opinions. Technically speaking, if you've seen, let's say, the actual director's cut that it's, I suppose, quoting here, is it worth it to see the Lynch cut, or are you just good seeing the theatrical release and that's that?
No, the extended fan-made cut is definitely better because it explains a lot more of the story. I mean,
yeah,
as much as I like Lynch's cut, it changed a lot of the source material. And the Sci-Fi Channel original miniseries was a hell of a lot more faithful to the book. And so if you want to watch obviously June is coming out this year, allegedly, at the moment.
Yeah.
Eventually. Circumstances depending, because, hey, this is a weird fucking 18 months we've lived in.
Yeah.
I am going to hold judgment until I see that one as to what is the better take, shall we say? Because to me, it's not always about being faithful to the source material. It's about bringing the true story of the source material through, but at the same time changing it for the medium you're sharing this story with. So some of the things which are in paperback form, in book form, don't translate to screen. And I think back in the day when Lynch did his original film, they couldn't do some of the stuff that would have needed to be done to make the film, so they compromised and changed bits. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So I'm waiting to see what this upcoming version does, before I decide which will be the better one. Because it's one of the ones I'm stoked for, to be honest with you, this year. So, but as it stands, Lynch cut, I don't really need a Lynch cut.
Good. Ledge?
Yeah, no, I don't think there's
Cool.
People, like we've said, everyone's done it.
So it's already been done. Fair enough. Well, in the chat, we've got Hating Nate, Snyder Cut of Super Mario Bros. Are you trolling? Just hitting it. I respect you. Don't get me wrong.
I don't think there's any cut in the world that could make that film better. Oh no, actually, there is one cut. Unfortunately, I don't really. Oh, fuck it, I'm an orc. Who cares? It's across the throat of the writer before he fucking sold the script.
Oh no, James.
Sorry,
Tyler,
I'm an orc. Come on.
Yeah, James Tyler has said Snyder cut Superman 4: The Quest of Peace.
No, because you can't polish a turd.
Yeah.
All you end up doing is getting shit all over the rag.
So yeah, keep your suggestions coming through. What would you want to see the Snyder Cut equivalent of?
Sorry, yes, Chadwick, I do have quite the collection. I have an incredible collection, actually. I have over 1,000 books in paperback, probably 600 plus DVDs now. Yeah. So I know a lot about a little and a hell of a lot about an awful lot because the orc says and the orc is right.
Well, has anyone seen
The
Thin Red Line?
Yes, I saw that in the cinema when it
Okay.
was first released.
Apparently there is
I had
what's
to
called...
break down the doors, hit two, attendants, and then throw somebody out of the seat, which was the best one in the house. But I got there.
Well,
Anyway, sorry, Steph.
Apparently there is what's called the Adrian Brody cut. So essentially it's saying every actor's nightmare. You're there on the night, big premiere, you get in your seat, the show bit begins, and you're nowhere to be found on screen. There's a lot that's got to be gone on the cutting room floor. Adrian Brody had been led to believe he had one of the main parts in the military epic. So, yeah, you're there at the premiere, you're proud, you're thinking,
Which
yeah,
movie
I'm
is this,
part of
sorry?
this film, I'm going to rock in. And
The Thin Red Line ledge.
he sits down and he finds out he's got a total of 2 lines in 5 minutes of the runtime. He was one of the biggest casualties of an intensive editing process that left reams upon reams of material unused, including voiceover from Billy Bob Thornton and scenes featuring Bill Pullman and Mickey Rourke. What?
Yes,
could
but
it
Adrian
be?
Brody did to go on to do Predators.
You really thought that
Actually,
was good?
this is a movie I could see being beneficial by having more action.
Yeah,
and stuff.
this
is a movie that you could definitely make into a miniseries.
Yeah,
4 hours, and everyone would love all this extra footage.
yeah. Come on, I mean, think Hamburger Hill.
Right.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with this, Dave. Oh, Dave's sinking into the war room.
Yeah,
Steph, what movie is that from? Steph, hold on, Dave. Steph, what movie is that from?
What's he
What
talking
movie is his
about?
backdrop from?
Sorry, what?
Look at the ledge's backdrop.
Yes.
It is green tree.
Yeah,
What movie is that from?
Doctor Strangelove.
Yes, we are educating her, ladies and gentlemen. She's getting there.
I recognise that. Cheers, Ledge. But yeah, so when I think, I mean, the only reference that I've got at the moment in terms of like really epic, really like legit legendary war film is Apocalypse Now. So is
there's so many more than that.
Line have any similarities to Apocalypse Now?
Sort of.
Sorry,
In a way.
that'll do.
Yeah.
Okay, because one film
Apocalypse
that
Now
I do,
has that whole descent into madness that's going on when you're watching
Yes.
it. And Thin Red Line is not that kind of war movie, but it is like a movie. You get all these crazy scenes happening that are less of you don't have that descent into madness.
Yeah. Apocalypse Now is more about the mental side of things, really.
Mhm.
Overall, it's about your descent mentally.
Mhm.
Whereas this is how Thin Red Line, for example, is how you mentally adapt.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that scene with Woody Harrelson in when he dies.
Oh, spoiler alert, by the way, for a 20-plus-year-old
guys,
film.
any movie that's over 10 years old, you have no excuse.
Yes. Yeah. I want to see him. I've got the DVD, Full Metal Jacket. That's the next like proper legit film on my bucket list that I want to see next. But yeah, James
I saw that at the cinema as well.
Right, James, you are proper trolling now. Snyder Cut of Little Nicky, Snyder Cut of Jack and Jill, Snyder Cut of Plan 9 from Outer Space. Dude. Swiftly off.
James, can I just say 2 words to you? Second one's off, first one's fuck. Oh shit, there's our 1 F-bomb for the show. Ladies and gentlemen,
English, you're supposed to be able to say sod.
Fuck off. I mean, oh shit, there's our 1 F-bomb from the show. I'm an orc. I'm an orc. So yeah, bollocks.
Ultimate X James, Man of Steel 2.
Yeah, but I agree with that because Man of Steel was actually a much better film than people say, but this is released now we're going into release the Snyderverse territory,
which I'd like to move Swift away from on that one
because that can get messy.
Yes. Matt's turning around and saying that he believes Jaws 2 had stuffed filmed and not used, and he thinks it's because of the director switch or something. What are your thoughts on that, guys?
I mean, it's just as long as the first one. It's just you're trying to redo the movie over again.
You're trying to put the genie back in the bottle.
Yeah, it's just like we already saw this movie.
Yeah.
But,
and at least Jaws 3D ended up trying
God.
something new.
Please tell me, did you suffer that in the cinema as well?
No, God, no. I watched that on A&E.
Lucky shit.
Back when A&E actually had movies on it.
What's A&E?
A&E is Arts and Entertainment.
Oh, Arts and Entertainment, right.
But eventually it became like the History Channel, which is all aliens. But A&E is now like freaking reality shows.
Okay, there's 2 further comments that I'm going to read out before we move on from the thin red line part. But Red Raven has a good one that I think would benefit. Snyder Cut Spider-Man 3.
Oh, that's easy to do. You take out the dance scene. Okay, you take out the dance scene, and apart from that, yes, you extend it to 4 hours because they brought in too many characters, be they villains, anti-heroes, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. They
brought in too many to mash. Oh, and Warner Brothers didn't learn the fucking lesson from that when they did the original Justice League. So I'm going to give Red Raven that one.
Yeah,
it was Red Raven, wasn't it?
One.
Yeah, I can't see this. I can't see the chat now.
What do you think, Ledge? Snyder Cut Spider-Man 3?
I just don't even remember this movie. I'm not like, I watched it in the theater. It was okay. It felt really bloated to me, I think, in the way those kind of movies get when you get to the third movie. And yeah, it's just like, I was never like, oh my God, it's Spider-Man. Like all these people who love, I have big problems with the second movie and people love that one, but that's just like, it's like Doc Ock. Okay, in order to make nuclear fusion, I have to create these 8 different technologies that are well beyond all of humankind to do this. And like, whoa. Why don't we
and then control them with a microchip. Hold on. Let me even go even further than that. Then control them with a microchip that does not have a simple fucking fuse between it and the rest of the fucking system, so that if there's a power surge of some kind, the fuse blows, thusly cutting all power to the chip. Therefore, nothing will happen. You know, like you have a fuse in your plug. So if there's a power surge, your fuse blows and your computer is fine or your TV is fine.
Yeah.
You didn't put a fucking 2-amp fuse into this bastard.
And meanwhile, you have like 8 cybernetically controlled arms with an artificial intelligence independently controlling them. I'm like, dude, can we just get back to all the incredible technology you developed already?
Yes.
Like that would change the entire planet.
Fusion. Yeah, screw the nuclear fusion. Let's just make 1 billion people unemployed straight away by automating all factories with this shit. You know,
yeah,
there
right?
you go. You're all unemployed, but it costs 1 cent going the American route to make an entire fucking ready meal. So we sell them for 5 cents each. There you go, because we get no overheads.
Oakley then. So, and the final.
And then you can go into the whole argument about the Garden of Eden, because if you created that sort of technology, nobody would have to work, because everything would be created. Basically, it would cost fuck all. And if you can train arms to do that, you can train them to, work farms, etc., because they got AI.
And then we become all those big fat guys in Wall-E.
Dave, we can see you sitting down, mate. What do you mean? Then we become?
Well,
I'm sorry, that's harsh on the ledge. I should not be rude to the ledge.
No. Bad orc.
He's come on the wrong bloody channel. I'm rude to everybody.
Bad orc.
I know.
Bad orc. And then the final.
I'm a bad orc. I'll get spanking.
But it's more of a throwaway one before we go back to the article. James Tyler, actually, I agree with you on this one. You're trolling a little bit, but I agree with you on this one. Snyder Cut of the Room, where Wiseau actually gets his ending, where Johnny was a vampire all along. Yes, I would want that. I would. Yes. It's so ridiculous that why the F not? Why the
I
heck
would not.
Do it.
I would not.
Do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
Dave, I don't know whether you agree with me or Steph,
I haven't
but
seen
I would
The
not.
Room. I just know the legends.
I would not want that on the basis it would ruin the movie, because the movie is a perfect hate watch.
Oh, yes.
It is a perfect fucking hate
watch.
watch. If you put something in that's so ridiculous like that makes you happy, it kills the whole fucking meaning of the fucking film, because that's our one F-bomb for the show, by the way.
I was so happy watching it, though, because it was that ridiculous and that stupid and that bad with acting.
When we're allowed to have people again over at my place, I'll probably get a copy and we'll watch it as a group. But it was one of those things that some of my friends wanted to do, but we haven't been able to do that.
Well, I definitely, it's an experience. You have to watch it at least once. It's an experience. I promise you that, Ledge. But moving on from that, has anyone seen The Road Back?
The anti-Yahtzee cut. No.
Okay, we can move on from that. Fantastic Four.
Sorry. I know I'm up on a lot of films, but that one I do not know.
Me neither. Which is not really that much of a.
Oh, I've heard about this one. Yes, I do believe if they get the I've never watched it, but I've read about it in the book about Yahtzees in Hollywood, and it's would be a movie that I would love to see if it's in any kind of form.
Oh. Well, the next one on this list is, and we might have all watched this, I won't assume anything, Fantastic Four. Fantastic. The Trank Cut.
Because everything I've heard about Trank's cut is it's worse. Apparently, Trank got together. All he wanted to do was make the first hour of the movie. The only reason why studios got involved is because he refused to finish the film. It's his fault that we have this. It's not the studios coming in and trying to like screw around with the director. The director refused to actually finish his own work.
Yeah, he basically come along and went, "No, I'm bored now. Don't want to play anymore."
And so the studios tried to salvage something. Instead of bringing in a new director to take over the project, studios execs, I'll blame them for that.
They should have called Joss Whedon.
Yeah, or bringing Ron Howard or someone. They should have just fired Trank. But the problem with Hollywood is all these people are like these new genius young directors, and we just have to fix them and mollycoddle them in ways that no other business would. And then Warner Brothers gets bought out by AT&T, and people complain about AT&T trying to make them make money.
Hold on. A company needs to make money.
Right.
Hold on. When has this ever happened in the past? I thought companies were there purely for altruistic purposes, you know? we've got to make money with these things. We pay money in. We need to get money out of it. No, that don't make sense to me.
You got to keep the stockholders happy. I know, it's shocking.
Well, one thing that I do want to do is acknowledge Dante. Hello, my friend. What's up? Thank you for joining.
Oh, it's Dante in the house.
Dante's in the house. Yes. Hello. Lovely to see you.
What up, my man?
We all know the story behind the fanfare stick, the trank cut, all that malarkey, how he's turning around and saying studio meddling, blah, 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 led to this, and it's not his fault whatsoever.
Because I said, no, we don't want a 59-minute movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think survey says hell no to the trank cut.
Yeah, well, no, actually, no, I would actually like the trank version.
What,
Because then
That's
I saved myself 45 minutes of my life.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
So there you go.
Will Morris has turned round and said essentially, Snyder Cut Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's just such a desperate movie. It's the saddest movie commentary I've ever heard.
I can't even remember Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I've got it. I own it. That was the one with Jamie Foxx, wasn't it?
Right, and it is probably the worst comic book movie since, was it Batman and Robin?
Oh no, that one never happened. I don't remember that at all. And I do not own that.
You know, the one where freaking
No,
the
that one didn't happen.
has more screen time and more lines than Batman.
I don't remember that movie. I don't own it. Just to complete a collection, and it never happened. So no, I don't know what you're talking about with that one.
All right. Well, the next one is Caligula, the non-sexy cut.
Okay, boring. You lost me there.
Do you want to see the non-sexy cut of Caligula, basically?
Well, nowadays, you've got all these free websites you can go to, so you're not missing much. I mean, but there is a point to why it is that way. Is because it's showing the trying to look for the words here. It's showing the debauchery of the culture.
Yes.
The way they live their lives.
Yeah.
That is the way they did live to a certain point. And I can see Dave wants to say something, so I'm going to shut up.
I believe, as I remember watching a commentary on it, it's like this movie is very appreciated by the females because it is a movie that, unlike most movies of this sort, where it's all
empowers
about women, it's all about naked men.
Yeah.
And full frontal naked men.
And that doesn't bother me at all because, James, this one's for you. I have the orc wang.
Orc wham.
Boom, got him.
They're all full frontal. I'm like, yeah, but yours isn't dragging on the floor, mate. So get away.
I up.
I turn around too fast, I'll knock you out.
That's because he has no legs.
We've got another one.
What?
Ishilakos is in the house. Hello, Ishilakos. Hello, my friend. I always see you in the comments whenever we release our videos. So thank you so much for all the support that you throw our way. Much appreciated.
I hope you're 100, man. I hope he's 100.
I hope he's 100 too. Absolutely. So yeah, that was quite a quick conversation about this one, Caligula, the non-sexy cut. We definitely don't want to see that. So moving on, Event Horizon, the fainting cut. Now I started to watch this, but I haven't finished it yet. I don't know.
It's a great movie.
I don't know why I never got back to it, but I need to. Apparently, it's all James Cameron's fault. If he had completed work on Titanic in time for the late summer release slot Paramount had in mind, the studio wouldn't have been forced to bump up Paul W.S. Anderson's cerebral sci-fi nightmare from The Fall to make room for their biggest tentpole. A shortened timeline rushed Anderson through filming and editing. The average 10-week period of cutting together the first draft was slashed to 6, and left the top Paramount brass out of the loop until the first test screening. Under duress, Anderson sculpted his thriller set on a ship, strafing interdimensional hell into a less alienating shape, though robust video sales convinced Paramount that there may be some money in pushing out a director's cut. Unfortunately, by that time, a lot of the excised footage had already been lost or destroyed.
And I know why that is as well.
Go on then.
Because a lot of companies, a lot of film companies, they hire storage places, and where the because this is, again, for all the younger people in the chat, this is before digital, so everything was just on film. And if I remember correctly with this one, the original films were stored in an mine in the Ukraine, and they weren't sealed properly and they degraded, and so the original films basically became absolutely fucking useless. This is a great movie, by the way, and just to point out, the big spirally light thingy was a complete pain in the ass to film because it broke down every 2 minutes.
This movie is freaking terrifying, and I don't want to know
brilliant.
As is, and why would I want to watch an even more terrifying version of a terrifying movie?
Oh, mate, it's great. It's great. I want more. I mean, from what I understand, a lot of what I mean, come on, this is one of those films where they actually put casting calls out for amputees and, you know, etc., to play specific roles, so they could then have prosthetic limbs hacked off, you know, yada yada yada. But from what I understand, like, Steph, you haven't seen this, so take your headphones off for 10 seconds. David will give you a thumbs up. From what I understand, it was a lot. There was like a 15-minute hell scene where they saw what happened to the original crew and all the rest of it, you know, with all the blood and gore and all the rest of it. Give her a thumbs up now, please, so she can put her headphones back on.
Thanking you.
There you go. There we go. That's how we do non-spoilers here for somebody who hasn't seen the whole film.
Yeah. Okay. Well, apparently.
All right, Steph, next time, turn the subtitles off on the video so you don't read what we say.
Yeah. Well, Comic Book Bob has said Event Horizon is the only film Anderson has done that doesn't suck, and he would like to see an Event Horizon / Hellraiser crossover film. Now, I've seen Hellraiser. Okay.
No, not being funny. I could actually see, because Dave, again, trying not to go spoilers, because I really want Steph to watch this film. That would actually be a potential crossover with the Hell Dimension factor, don't you think?
Oh yeah, he's done other movies that didn't suck. I don't know.
Yeah, the first Resident Evil was good,
and he also He's also directed Mortal Kombat, the first movie.
Yes, that was good. That was fun as fuck. I like that film.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's what the one F-bomb for the show.
One. Come on, you're losing count.
Steph, it's a running gag. Go with it. If YouTube clips to one particular point in the video, they'll hear that and they'll go, okay, fine, they acknowledged it. Don't acknowledge it. I'll just say it, okay?
Fine. Okay.
Jesus.
And he wrote the remade Death Race, which is okay.
Luke Goss. No, sorry, no, the original one was Jason Statham.
Yeah, so those.
But no,
those
that
movies
annoyed
are
the
fine.
Sorry, Death Race, the remake, annoyed the shit out of me.
Oh, okay.
All right, you got 3 rounds of this race. The first round you do whatever. The second round, it's like you got to get down to the final 2, and then they bring out the big death machine that's just gonna kill everybody. So you're not even
Well-
going to get two racers left for the third fucking event. It makes no sense. I mean, Statham is Statham, and Statham is cool. But I actually preferred the Luke Goss one, where it was the story of how Frankenstein became Frankenstein before he died, and Statham took over the character. But we didn't need that because the original Death Race was a classic. Is a classic. Death Race 2000, brilliant. With Stallone,
That's another movie Steph should watch.
Yeah, with actually Stallone as Tommy the Machine Gun. What other character was called Tommy the Machine Gun in a Stallone movie? Rocky? One of the Rockies, I'm going to say.
Okay. Fair enough.
Sorry, Steph.
So, Event Horizon's Fainting Cut survey says.
I wish it still existed, but I know it doesn't.
It's going to be out there like all those old episodes of Doctor Who, Lost in Time.
Yes.
What a shame. And I think.
But Steph, don't let that put you off. Watch the whole fucking film. It's great film.
It's the prequel to Warhammer 40K.
No, Warhammer 40K was around way before Event Horizon.
No, but some people say that this movie is like what happens when you make a fast
a walk jump
without the suppressor.
Shielded. Yeah. So, but Warhammer 40K was around first. So did they rip that concept off? Because not being funny, I actually have somewhere in my library. I have the Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader role playing before.
Yeah, my friend loves that game.
Yeah, before it became properly tabletop. This is like the 84 version or something. 86 version, something, latest early, 91. Like I say, this was from before they actually made it purely tabletop based.
Yep. James has said, and Steph, Event Horizon was one of the many inspirations for Dead Space. I can see that.
It was definitely.
I can definitely see that. Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. So that's the end.
Although if he wants to go that route, so was Matt LeBlanc's Lost in Space. With the shooting off the limbs and they eat their own and shit.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of that article. Was there any films that they missed out that you feel there's like a mythical cut that should be released?
Yes, Spawn.
Spawn.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh no, that film is perfect. I do not want to see another cut of that.
He had a whole bunch more stuff planned and filmed, and he had to cut out for budgetary reasons. Or some of the additional scenes that you can watch if you find the very special edition that
I've got a 2-disc special edition up there. I don't think I've gone through all the deleted scenes on it yet.
There's some of those deleted scenes are even better than what was in.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna have to dig that out again because I love John Carpenter. I love John Carpenter. Sorry. Oh.
Well, with that being said, it's not released in our part of the world yet, but Godzilla vs. Kong has now been released in the China box office.
Okay,
now,
is this a spoiler?
No.
Is this article got spoilers?
No.
Okay.
No. But it looks like we're in for a treat if these figures are to go by, bearing in mind we are still in a Bud Light situation at the moment. But the China box office, Godzilla vs. Kong, roars with 21.5 million. And that was today. Oh, just look at that picture. Oh, yeah. That gets me juices flowing. I'm
come on, Godzilla. You rock. We know you're going to win.
Team Kong.
No. Team Godzilla.
No.
See, the clue is in the name.
Chat. Are you Team Kong or Team Godzilla? Let us know.
Dude, sorry. Kong got blown by Mario for a couple of years, and then Mario went on to become the bigger fucking star.
That's Donkey Kong, you dumbass.
Oh, so what? Donkey Kong, his bigger brother?
No, he's a distant relative. Ledge, are you Team Kong or are you Team Godzilla? Or are you not Team Don't
Godzilla.
Give a Shiz?
Godzilla.
Damn right, boy.
Godzilla. I mean, why be? He's the king of the monsters.
Yeah. See, there's the clue. He's king of the monsters. His title is King of the Monsters. Operative word being king. And then his name is Godzilla.
He's a literal
Main
god.
syllable, God.
Who cares about some
Pitch, mic drop.
monkey?
There you go.
Monkey that gets drunk and falls off a tower in New York City before
Yeah.
before Bud Light. That was everyone. That's what everyone did in New York.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you think they had to put all the wire netting up over every fucking high rise? You know, I mean, God. And also the fact that King Kong was after a fucking human. It's like, dude, that would be like me taking James to bed. You know, he's not going to be able, the size differential with the Wang is just not going to happen.
Well, Artisan74 says Team G all day. Okay. James Tyler says Godzilla forever, F dat monkey. Good to know. Comic Book Bob, what is a king to a god? False to you. Stu says Team Kong. He is one of us. Yay. Thank you, Stu. Will Morris, what is he a god of again? Lizards? Ha.
Oh, by the way, sorry, I just want to say, Artie, I didn't see you sleeping in the chat there. Welcome again, brother. And Stu, yeah, I don't think I've seen you here. I hope you're liking it. If you're liking it, subscribe. If you're not liking it, still subscribe and then share it with everybody else that you don't like. If you do like it, share it with everybody you do like. That way, you know, it's all good.
He says, oh, Comic Book Bob, god of beating that ass. We shall see, shall we? We shall see once it gets.
You all know how this is really going to go. Is that after
what the god spanks the monkey?
Kong
and gets a nuclear
will be spending
explosion
a great
out
deal
of
of time going through Gotham City, trying to figure out what was going on with this roguezilla for his newspaper story, and then the two of them will have an epic fight scene, and and Godzilla will have Kong will have Godzilla down on the ground, and he'll say like Mothra. He'll be like, why did you say that?
James Tyler.
And then
how do you know that name?
James Tyler, God of Asking, what does Five Fingers say to the face? Slap. Yeah, but has anyone seen the before it was released, the Chinese trailer for Godzilla versus Kong?
Only through your video. That, by the way, people, she did release on our channel. She, you know, this, believe it or not, is the female girl.
Hi.
Yeah, the one in the middle, not the one at the bottom. I know it's hard to tell, but yeah, the one in the middle. No, because you look very butch, and so does Dave, the ledge. See, there you go.
No discrimination here. I get it.
Oh God, no, I'll rip on everybody. I don't give a shit.
No, you don't. But
no,
yeah.
But no, we have had our wonderful Steph has actually done several reactions to Godzilla versus. Sorry, hold on, let me rephrase. Godzilla versus Donkey Kong trailers.
Do you know why though? I love Godzilla and Kong movies, and this just seems like it's just gonna do the monsters justice in this way. So I'm just, you know, the trailers are just like telling all the right things to me. They're saying all the right things to me. So I'm really looking.
What you mean, big monsters smashing shit? Is basically
big
what you're
monsters
saying.
Are going to smash someone in the face. No. We got to cut to the humans over here.
No. Oh God, no.
Jai Courtney, we have to make him happen.
Oh,
so he's going to get long shots on Jai Courtney.
No. Okay, Steph, mute him. Steph, mute him.
I'm not muting the ledge. Not a chance. But yes, I want more of the monster fighty and less of the talky. Thank you very much. And these trailers
And by the
pretty
way,
much deliver
Bob,
that.
I do agree with you. He says, I've avoided the trailers. Don't want to see anything else past the first trailer till the movie. Got tickets to see it all in IMAX. You lucky motherfucker. Oh, shit, there's a one at the show.
About down to you. I have an IMAX in the city that I live in.
Going back into lockdown.
I have an IMAX where I live, in the city that I'm in, and I would be like, take my money. I'd love to see it in IMAX, but we're still on lockdown at the moment, and it's not, the cinemas aren't opening until after this gets released, so yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it the piddly little way. But if it gets if the cinemas open, when the cinemas open and the IMAX opens, if they then decide to release Godzilla vs. Kong,
re-release it,
let's say, at the IMAX cinema, yeah, I'd still be like, take my money. I'd still want to see it on the big screen even after seeing it. So yeah, don't really, what is it? But yeah, lucky you, nice one.
Git.
Yeah.
I think that's the polite way of putting it, isn't it? That's sorry, I'm learning your English phrases. Git is the way to phrase it, isn't it?
Git is the way to phrase it, yes. But the local word of mouth for Godzilla vs. Kong is currently looking strong, with the film scoring 9 out of 10 on ticketing apps and 7.1 on review sites. Solid numbers for Hollywood tentpole. Based on current demand, Godzilla vs. Kong finished its run with approximately $166 million. So yeah, basically it's saying it's released in China and it started with a bang. It's doing well. So that
okay. I mean, but
hope.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, with all due respect, anything China, we don't get political on this channel, by the way. We do not get political. We avoid all that. We're here for nerdy shit.
Yes,
we're here for nerdy shit, and we're here for fun shit.
Mm-hmm.
But when I hear stuff like this from China, I'm still always like a little bit, because if I remember correctly, one of the production companies involved in this is owned by the Chinese government.
But so much since China is effectively owned by the government, just the way they.
Yes, but what I'm saying is one of the production companies that was involved with the making of this movie is owned by the Chinese government. So then I'm like, if it was a completely independent film, say made by produced by Mr. and Mrs. Joe Bloggs,
mm-hmm.
and it did those numbers, I'd be like, wow. But call me cynical, I mean, I've burnt down enough villages in my life. Yeah, I know how it goes. I get a bit cynical when it's like, oh yeah, it's doing well. Why the hell release it a week early in China specifically? Oh, that'd be the production company again saying it.
Well, either way, I've been able to stay away from, apart from seeing what's in the trailers, anything else. So that's there's ways around it where you can stay away from it so it doesn't get spoilt for you. But in the last trailer reaction that I did for Godzilla vs. Kong, I mean, we all know this, so this ain't going to be a spoiler, but it just gives you a slight little look, a slight little hint and teaser of Mechagodzilla, and oh yes, it looks so sweet. I love it. Yes, Simon.
Yeah. No, it does look cool. But I need to address something in the chat straight away.
Go on.
Red Raven.
Uh-oh.
It's the Orc and Jeff show. Get it? Fucking. Oh, there's a 1 F-bomb for the show. Get it? Right. And Bob, they only had 30 tickets and you got one. damn, man.
Wow.
Who the hell did you blow to get that ticket?
What?
No,
No. Comic Book Bob has legit
sorry,
well done.
Stu, sorry, hold on, no, sorry, Stu, it has damaged other movies co-produced with China. Pacific Rim 2 sucked. The Meg was fun.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim 1 sucked when you get over, oh, big monster shiny thingy, you know, big monster fighting shiny thingy. Once you got over that bit of it, Pacific Rim 1 sucked. And I own it on DVD as well. I actually bought it specially for a movie watch night with a few of the lads. And halfway through, we were all like, why the hell are we watching this? But the Meg is just fun because the Meg actually has no pretensions. It just knows it's just a big, silly Jaws on super steroids. Fun. I mean, for God's sake, you got Jason Statham punching a shark in the face.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah, and yeah, I want to see that Godzilla drop kick as well.
Be smacking the hell out of you, Kong'd be, that's for sure. But James says no, it's Jeff and Orc. The Orc gets second billing. Jeff equals ratings.
Oh, James. On Saloon Saturday, I'll have to whip you harder.
Although one film,
He's talking about his horse.
Yeah, I'm not on about the real James. I wouldn't give him that pleasure. That's what he's been begging me for.
Has everyone seen the Suicide Squad trailer that's come out?
I haven't yet. I've seen your reaction to it.
Okay.
I have
Ledge,
seen your reaction to it.
have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
So
No, the one that came out like 23 hours ago or something.
now this looks like a movie that's not going to take itself too seriously. So what we're going to do?
Oh no, I said that originally.
Yeah.
With this.
So what we
Because the orc
are
says the orc
going
is right.
to do is I'm going to mute it so that we don't get copyright dinged out like that. And I think it's a CC.
No, you muted yourself.
I haven't muted myself. I know I haven't.
No,
muted
Steph, you
myself.
muted yourself. I can't hear you.
Hello?
I can hear her.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
hear me.
David, for fuck's sake!
Hang on. Here we go.
While she's fucking about with that,
Like, send me some sort of signal, man. Wave with
give,
your arms
yeah.
or something.
give me a moment.
Will,
give me a
yes, the Meg is an interesting watch.
moment. Hang on. Let's play it now. Shut up, guys.
Can play it.
There should be
Can play it for
subtitles
30
on.
seconds.
There should be subtitles on. So let's watch it now. Apologies, guys. It would
You
have
can
been.
find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not hard
If you
to
haven't
find.
watched the trailer yet, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, it looks fun.
It looks really, 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 really fun. Yeah, I love the bit like where we're coming
No,
from.
so hold on. I need to say my horse's brain cells a little bit, right? James, Suicide Squad 1 is a fun little romp. It's okay. It's a few seconds
Where have you seen
behind.
it?
Yeah, I know, but you've already seen it anyway. So,
Yeah.
With that being said, when you originally saw the trailer, I mean, what were your thoughts to it and your reactions?
Now, I thought, well, this is what I was expecting after watching the DC live stream. Was it August? No, it was May last year, was it?
Do you mean the DC fandom?
Yeah, the Fando.
Oh, bloody hell, that
I
was
watched
like
the whole thing.
September.
Was that
That
September?
was well late on. Yeah. Like September, October
Oh,
time.
no,
dude,
because
I'm
I was back
sure
at
of it.
work by then, so I couldn't have watched it.
Could have been August. It was back
No,
end.
because I was back at work by August.
Well, anyway, let's not argue about that point.
But also, but no, I thought so. Watching that trailer, I thought the same thing I saw when I watched the Fandom.
Mm,
This looks like fun,
yeah.
right? it looks like fun. It doesn't have any pretentious nonsense to it. Doesn't have any fucking, socially driven narrative to it from what we saw from Fandom. And this trailer again didn't have any of that. It was just like, okay, this is just a fun, air quotes, superhero or supervillain movie where we get to see bad guys been bad, shit blow up, and everybody walks out of the cinema going, or theater for you, what's the word I'm looking for here? Oh yeah, you degenerates across the pond. Going, wow, that was really cool. I liked that. I enjoyed that. So yeah, that was my initial thoughts from that.
How about yourself, Ledge?
What's that?
What about you, Ledge? What did you think to it?
Sorry, I kind of got distracted. What were we talking about again?
The Suicide Squad trailer. What did you think to it once you watched it?
Yeah, I think it's great. I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. It looks like a lot of fun. I think they did fix a lot of the problems from the first movie, and hopefully James Gunn can deliver. And I'm hoping this is more. Was it his first movie, which is now escaping me, but then the second one.
Well, if
Guardians of the Galaxy, more Guardians Galaxy 1 than Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Well, if you guys in the chat want to know my reaction, I've done a video on it.
Oh, damn, Dave. Sorry, Dave.
Just interrupt me.
That picture.
Perfect.
No. Sorry. No, I've just seen the picture I've saved. He sent us in the chat.
What?
When I was young ago, a long time ago.
Yeah. In a galaxy far, far away, yeah?
Thank you.
Hang on.
Damn!
Am I supposed to see this? Hang on, let's have a look.
It's like a 3/4 size X-Wing.
Can I ask you a question, Dave?
What's that?
Was there a monkey in the thing in front of you?
A monkey?
I'm waiting for Steph to see the picture, then she'll get this and she'll tell me to fuck off. Oh shit, there's a 1 F-bomb for the show.
Bog off.
Ah! You seen the picture?
I've seen the picture. Ledge, you looking nice and fun there.
Yeah, that was like 18 years ago. Jesus.
Dear hell, dude.
And the hairline hasn't changed a bit.
No,
right?
It has not. It has not.
I've been very lucky in that regard.
Yes.
I am very.
I'd like to see you put on the whole outfit now, though.
I am very much not ashamed to say, for those that didn't know, I learned something. I learned that in the Star Wars movies, R2-D2 was not commandeered by a monkey. It was actually a small person inside.
Yes.
And piloted.
Commandeered, piloted, whatever. It just wasn't a monkey. Basically. I just thought, I don't know why, I just thought it was a monkey inside the R2-D2 machine with the levers, and it was trained to pull levers and stuff inside. I don't know why I thought that now, or where I got such an idea from. But yeah, there you go. So yes.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, this is actually all true. If you go to our it was the Sean Connery tribute, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the Sean Connery tribute video.
Yeah, if you go to that one, I mean, that's a great watch anyway. All of our videos are great, unless you don't like them, in which case, hate watch them.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, there was. We were going through Sean Connery and he'd worked with Kenny. She's like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "R2." She's like, "No, it was a monkey."
I actually genuinely believed it was a monkey that commandeered R2-D2 in the movies. So
Piloted.
Yeah, commandeered.
Commandeered is when you just walk up to somebody, smack them in the face, and take their vehicle.
Yeah.
I'm commandeering this.
Mm-hmm.
The monkey commandeered R2D2.
Yes, the monkey
took off the helmet, found the guy inside, smacked him up, threw him out.
Said, the monkey walked up to the robot, threw the midget
R2D2
out, got in, and piloted it.
Oi, less of the midget, thank you very much.
I'm sorry, you vertically challenged Hobbit, you.
But wasn't it, and this is what I learned on the stream, Kenny Baker?
Yay!
Booyah.
She only remembers that because she's been hit with this fact about 1 million times.
Yeah. Yeah. But I own up to my mistakes. And when I believe something that isn't true, I shall own up to it. Unlike some pond life out there. Just saying. So,
leave it alone, fuck off.
But now, in terms of, watch the video that I did earlier on, Female Stroke Girl reacts to the Suicide Squad trailer.
Because she has to preface this, because otherwise people get confused.
Overall, I think it was fun. It was fun, and it's the opposite of David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Now, that is one cut that I just don't give a shit about. The David Ayer cut for Suicide Squad. I don't want to see that. I don't want. I'm not bothered about that. It's what? It's basically more of Jared Leto's Joker. I don't want more of that Joker.
Yeah.
Bog off. I don't want more of that Joker.
Why would you?
No.
Why would you?
No. I don't even want any of that Snyder Cut Joker. What the hell was that? Like, seriously.
I really regret.
Sorry, I've just seen something in the chat. I've just seen something in the chat. Release the Steph monkey cut of R2D2.
I just seen
Oh.
Left turn, Clive, and the leg falls off. It's just like ook.
Do you know what, Stu? I'm not biased, but I would want that cut to be released too. I agree. Let's do.
Just so you can be justified.
Yeah, damn right. Let's do an online petition, turn ourselves into a toxic fandom, and
I'll leave it alone,
is
girl.
already there. Let's just go for it and just completely bully Kathleen Kennedy into doing that. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm not even going to get into this side of things.
James Taylor, it's okay, Steph. I thought Venom was Spider-Man's pet dog when I was a child.
No, that was his other web slinger.
What? Like, how did you think Venom was Spider-Man's pet dog?
You don't ask questions like that.
Don't. Especially with James.
Yeah, it's just like
just leave it the fuck alone.
I don't understand.
Leave it alone. Oh, by the way, that was a one F-bomb for the show. Leave it alone, like James's missus does.
But
I'm not going there. I'm not touching that.
Artist in 74 saying, hence why she's a Kong fan. Boom.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
Do you know what? No. I love, mandrills and baboons. Mandrills and baboons are like my.
Well, yeah, that's because they're a higher life form in Yorkshire.
Okay. Firstly, bog off. Secondly, right? No. Hear me out here, right? Firstly, their backsides. Boom.
So we're going back to the buttholes cut now, are we?
Yes, we are. But the monkey version, not the cat's one. And then secondly, especially with mandrills, their face and, the colouring of their fur and everything, they just look so freaking majestic. They do. They look powerful and majestic and like, you're not gonna mess with me today. Not today, Satan, kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, I am a monkey person.
Okay, there is not enough alcohol in the world for this, but I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to prove this wrong.
I got a lovely bunch of coconuts, dee standing in. Whenever I talk about monkeys, I always think of Rafiki.
Taxi!
Rafiki from Lion King. Rafiki from Lion King. Come on, how can you deny Rafiki from Lion King?
God damn it! I'm not a fucking co-host on this call, so I can't zoom. Can't mute her.
No, you can't. And I did that on purpose. So, boom.
Bitch.
Boom. But for everyone that's here, thank you so much for
I'm amazed.
joining us. I'm amazed we've got 15 in the chat. So whilst we're
No, I'm showing
here,
16.
He's saying 16. That'll do. Whilst we're all here, just to segue a little bit, the Ledge that you can see down below has his own YouTube channel called The Spy Guy. He does a lot of reviews. He has discussions with historians. It just go subscribe to him. Oh, you've increased by 56 subscribers.
Oh, by the way, basically, let me put this into perspective. His channel is like 100 times better than ours. So you all need to go over there and subscribe there because
because dude
we'll
knows
be begging him for a job in 6 months' time.
Yeah, because dude knows what he's talking about. Like, he backs himself up with actual facts. He knows his history. He knows his shiz. So seriously, go watch it. I've not seen your Historian in the Stand video yet, but I'm going to be watching that tomorrow.
Slacker.
I know, tell me about it, but it will happen. But yeah, the historian one in particular, I just think it's so fascinating. Your discussions that you have, especially, this one's on Pearl Harbor. So yeah, go into that. And when you do subscribe to The Spy Guy, do stay tuned, because myself and the Ledge behind the scenes, we have got a collaboration coming up, and it's going to be between The Spy Guy and the Planet of Nerds. So if you want the full experience
I'll
of
have to talk to
collab,
my agent about that.
you'll
I'll have to
need
talk to my
to
agent about
subscribe to both our channels. So if you haven't already, Spy Guy, get subscribed now, otherwise I'll punch you all in the throat. Boom. There you go.
Again, her idea of punching the throat is kneecaps because she can't jump any higher than that. This is the only person I've ever known who needs a booster seat to see the monitor when it's set on the floor.
Bog off. But Ledge, in your own words, what's your channel about?
Well, originally I was doing mainly I was trying to talk about spy movies and all kinds of spy stuff, but right now it just seems to be mainly reviews. I have a friend of mine who I meet once every couple weeks with, and we do this battle in movies, and we more talk about the battle in the larger campaign than the actual movies. And then the other things that I've been watching stuff on trending on Netflix or Amazon, and been watching it and doing a review on it.
Okay.
I just recently reviewed The Stand on Amazon Prime, and its short version, terrible.
Oh God, no! They destroyed it.
Yeah, it's just like there's the whole thing at the end where Stu Redman and the Moon guy get together. They just don't even do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, sorry, I've got 2 versions of the Stand book. As I think I've told you previously. I had the Stand miniseries from the 90s on VHS.
That's better. That's way better.
That was not good compared to the books. And you're telling me the VHS miniseries
is better than what Amazon Prime made.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I know, right?
By the way, that's all one F-bomb for the show. Oh, no, that's just depressed me, because I was lining that up. But so you're basically telling me don't bother.
Hate watch it kind of like I did, but I was just like, except for a couple of things where I thought, oh, that's an actual improvement on what Stephen King, I think, wrote. This is really bad. It was just like, I just didn't care about any of the characters.
Yeah, but the thing is, you say that's an improvement on what Stephen King wrote. Are they going by the original release? or the
Like
writer's release.
There is a one particular situation where I was like, oh well, that's way better than what the Stephen King, and it involves Amber Turd, but there's a scene, and I'm like, well, that I think that makes a lot more sense than what King wrote, where in that particular thing.
Yeah, but
aside from that, it was like this is way worse than the original.
There was at least he wrote the original novel he released. They were limited by the amount of pages they could print to be cost effective, because funny enough, people who create content are bound by the law of economics. To create content, you need to make money to fund the content. So he had to count was it 900 or 600, I can't remember, pages out of his original draft of The Stand. And then I bought a writer's version of it, which was about 400 pages longer.
Yeah.
Which filled in some of the holes from the original. But at the same time, he actually did a forward acknowledgement saying, yeah, I'm so glad I had to write these. I hated having to cut these pages out. But at the same time, I was so glad, because when they asked me to put them back in, I realized X, Y, and Z was not actually relevant. Didn't need to be there. So I'm going to have to hate watch that just on the basis.
Yeah, it's
where they added and what they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was just so not good. I just did not care. They did not, as I said in my video, they have payoffs with no setups. Whereas in like something like Star Trek Picard, where there's setups and no payoffs, or just frankly stupid and lazy writing, it's just like there's no. The bad guy kills someone, but we've just met this guy 5 minutes earlier. But you get the feeling that this could have been like
a full-on storyline behind it, because that's what King does. King writes, you know what I mean? You've got a character who dies, but you've had like 30 pages of backstory, so you get to know him beforehand.
Yeah.
And then you feel something when this character dies, even though he's done fuck all. Oh, there's a 1 F-bomb. Yeah. Even though he's done nothing for the plot, as it were, apart from die, you've had the backstory for him, so you feel connected to him. You know.
Here's one I don't mind giving away, and when it's not a big spoiler. In the miniseries, they explain what Captain Trips is, why that's irrelevant, and why they have that name there. Yeah, it's the name of what they call it's the slang term for the super flu that kills everyone.
Yeah.
In the miniseries, they never, in this Amazon Prime series, they never explain why they call it Captain Trips.
Really?
They just say, one guy says like, oh yeah, they're just calling it in the blogosphere, they're just calling it Captain Trips. Whereas, at least in the miniseries, you get to watch in the early parts. Basically, there's a military officer who's a public information and going out there and just lying about why this disease is not
talking out of his arse,
And he's and that's why they name the virus after him. They keep making references to Captain Trips as the virus throughout the miniseries, the new show, but they never tell you that.
Oh, for God's sake! And by the way, I just want to respond. Sorry, we will continue this conversation in a second. Will, Talisman, and Black House. Yes, read them. Talisman was a very hard read for certain scenes, but Black House did actually get a OG day of release hardback copy of that one, which was fucking awesome. So yes, I have read more than just the Stand. I've got about 15, 20 well, I don't know how many fucking Stephen King books I've got now. Oh, there's one F-bomb for the show. Even to The Running Man, when he wrote that under the pseudonym Richard Bachman.
Yep. Because apparently publishers didn't want him to have more than one book published in a year.
Exactly.
Like, How
So
a
he did.
conceited world that is.
Yeah.
Hey, we have this guy who makes lots of money, but we're only going to allow.
No. I think it was more to do with Stephen King was horror, because you had The Running Man, you had Total Recall.
Yeah, these movies.
They were sci-fi based.
Well,
You know
Total
what I mean?
Recall is not Stephen King.
I thought it was.
Nope.
Or did he just do the initial
Total Recall
draft?
is Philip K. Dick.
Oh no, I think Stephen King might have done an initial draft on.
Oh yeah, he might have done the draft
script.
of the movie, a screenplay.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that might be where I'm getting confused.
Okay,
but I mean, the Running Man movie.
That's based off of Stephen King.
Yeah, the Running. Sorry, I meant to say the Running Man book. So much better.
Artisan74, I've spread this channel to my nerd cohorts. You guys rock. Thank you very much for that. Artisan74 has also subbed to the Spy Guy. We are up to 57 subscribers now.
Oh, come on.
And Matt said that he subbed months ago to the Spy Guy. So thank you very much for supporting the ledge there.
Well, yeah, that's because Matthew is a dude.
He's a dude. We only need 3 more and then we'll get to the big 60. So if anyone in the chat hasn't subscribed to the Ledger's channel, do it. Otherwise I will punch you in the throat. Do it.
Or kneecap.
Or kneecap. Whatever is your preference. Do it. Sub. Is there anything?
Punch me in the ass.
Have you two actually met in real life?
No.
Okay.
Come on, I didn't know her literally a year ago from yesterday. I still didn't know her.
Mm-hmm.
I've only known Steph on a actual talkie basis. What would you say, 9 months?
Since what, about? No, I'd say 10. From about April,
All right.
May.
I'll
Because
10 because we're on the 27th of the 3rd.
Yeah, because because May is when I got Big Bertha, and we were talking then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
So
I try and blot out the bad parts of my life.
But no, once we're still on a lockdown in the UK, but once it's
I know.
Yeah, once it's
no, you can have one household visit another household as long as they live within, or whatever bollocks. Fuck off. Pubs are going to open up, but it's only going to be outside service.
We went outside. In my city. We went to 50% capacity on pubs last Saturday, and then today they're announcing we're going back into lockdown. I'm like, what is the matter with you incompetent idiots?
Right, hold on. I need to say something right now. Hold on. I need to say something right now. This is the Planet of Nerds. We talk about nerd shit.
Mm-hmm.
Real life shit. Funny enough, any of you who, for example, can't relate to a movie because you don't see yourself represented, that's because the movie is not real life. We talk about nerd shit, which is not real life. We talk about shit that makes us happy.
Yes.
So we're going to avoid anything else to do with this current chat.
But
and just say yes. Would also go on.
Thank you. Once I have, once I have my second jab, I will be coming down to visit you.
No, bollocks.
And that is going to be like beginning of June. I'm so excited. I had my first one. Have either of you had your vaccine jab yet?
No.
Okay.
Oh God, no. Like that would require my country to have some.
Oh, okay. Well.
And that would require me to be over the age of 50 or unhealthy.
Well, I had my first jab last week. On the day, I was fine. Like, there was no issues whatsoever. But then the next day, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, proper headache, chills, achiness. I logged on to work, and after an hour, I was like, yeah, dude, I'm off. And I slept literally for days. Like, a couple of days. I'd slept through because it just completely whacked it out of me. But then afterwards, it was like clouds lifted and I was fine again. So
yeah,
if that's just what the vaccine does, dudes, seriously, if you get called up and you're offered it, take it.
And most people don't even have that effect.
No.
No.
Some people have a bad reaction.
No. Sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna knock this conversation on the head in a New York heartbeat. But what I'm gonna say is, in Europe, they decided to examine the vaccine because 25 people out of over 4 million who had one of the variants of the vaccine developed a blood clot.
Yeah.
That is less than people get when they have blood transfusions during surgery.
Right.
So most of this is bollocks. So we're going to end it here because we're a nerd culture.
Wow.
And we're not talking real life. We're talking nerd. And
we're on 58 subscribers for the Spy Guy. We need 2 more. Come on,
there you
guys. Come on, let's get it up.
Artisan.
Yes, have you seen that? Do you guys still think they'll remake The Crow?
Oh God, I hope they fucking don't.
Sorry, remake what?
The Crow.
The Crow. I hope they fucking don't. Right now, don't get me wrong. Now, and again, okay. The nerdy orc says, I am always fucking right, so shut up and listen. The Crow would not be considered the best film ever released nowadays, but The Crow actually encapsulated the whole purpose of the original comic book. It pared it down, it nailed it to a T. And it's not just because Brandon Lee, I mean, it wasn't his best film. I preferred Rapid Fire for an action film.
It is. Rapid Fire is a great movie.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. I preferred Rapid Fire for an action movie. But The Crow just encapsulated the whole emotional aspect of the comic book, of the comic. It encapsulated it. It was a perfect tribute, to my mind, to that comic. And it was so tragic what happened with Brandon. But even taking that out, even if he was still alive now and he was doing fucking Steven Seagal levels of straight to fucking DVD, oh, that's all an F-bomb, straight to DVD movies, no, I would still say don't remake The Crow. The Crow should be left. And then you had the second one, and then you had, and even though I like Mark Dacascos, you had the Crow City of Angels, Stairway to Heaven, wasn't it? The show that lasted like 1 season.
Yep, I watched some of that.
Yeah, and you had the David Boreas and Crow 3. Was that Crow 3 or Crow 4 when they just went straight to freaking DVD? No, the Crow original, just leave it the fuck it. Oh, there's a 1 F-bomb. Leave that alone. You know, it's a great movie. It's not the best movie ever, if you're looking at it from a purely cinematic point of view, but it got the whole tone and emotion of the characters. So no.
Ledge, what do you think, mate?
He thinks he's gone for a piss. That's why he said BRB.
Oh, right. I didn't hear him.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. When people see BRB, that kind of means.
Didn't hear him. Okay, fair.
Why'd you not buy headphones instead of a freaking mic that looks like it's some form of?
I can fit it in my gob.
Oh, I bet you could as well.
Ledge, what do you think to the remake of The Crow? Yay or nay?
You don't need to make a remake The Crow. You relaunch The Crow with a new Crow, like they did with the TV show, where it's just a continuation of another person comes back and does it.
Because it's a spiritual thing. It doesn't happen to one person at a time.
Yeah,
it could be anybody.
Yeah, and you just do that kind of situation.
Yeah. So it'd be more of the way you do it would be a reboot. Not
a reboot. That's it. You just reboot The Crow. You don't have to do these same stories before. You do a new story with a new Crow and a new thing. So we get the shocking idea, new content. Instead of just remaking.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
New content.
What the fuck does that mean?
I know.
Well, two films in the chat.
Oh, Jose, you finally showed up.
Yes, shown up. Thank you so much for showing up. You're seeing on the screen right now the spy guy. You may already been subscribed, but this is the Ledges channel, and we'd like to get him up to 60 subscribers before the end of this stream. So we only need 2 more of you. If you've not subscribed, please let's support the community and each other, and let's lift each other up. So we've already gained 3 subscribers for him during this stream so far. So let's get it up another 2. Go on, you guys. You know you want to, and if you don't, I'll punch you in the throat. But yeah.
Oh, by the way, yep. By just put 2 things. One, when she says throat, that means ankle. And
you said kneecap earlier on.
Yeah, no, but then I forgot you haven't got your high heels on, so it would be ankle.
Right.
Okay.
You see the shiz I've got to put up with, Ledge. Come on. Like,
of course.
Seriously, yeah.
And yeah, no, Artie, there is not going to be an alt rant. I said all I need to do because it's just like, no, fuck off. It's not going to happen. If they, well, actually, it probably will happen because, you know, Hollywood is bereft of originality. Which, by the way, me and Chris did wormholes on last Sunday. It's in the previous videos. And there was one I was going to say. Yeah. David Boreas, Edward Furlow one was absolutely fucking atrocious. I watched that around a girlfriend's house. And I just like, look, love, I'm going to go to bed now. I know you're horny, but I've watched 20 minutes of this and I really can't be asked now. I'm going to go to sleep. I went to sleep rather than watch the film and have sex with my girlfriend. So it was that bad.
Artisan brings up a point. He says a female crow would be fantastic. What do you guys think?
No, that could be a very interesting concept. And it could be done in a way which is not pandering, shall we say, as we get in with a lot of stuff. But David, take this on for a second. I will BRB. You know what that means, Steph?
I know what that means. So, Ledge, what do you think to a female crow?
Sorry, to a what? A female what?
Female crow. So a female crow.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. That would be something new and original.
How?
I would see that. Like, I like that kind of stuff when it's good. The problem is that they often just like write it to the lowest common denominator and just don't make good, solid written product. And you get things like the fabulous emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, you know, just write stuff that's good and we'll watch it. There's nothing more than a bunch of guys want to do than watch a bunch of hot girls beat the crap out of people. Just make it good.
Well, I suppose in your mind, like, do you have, like, I don't know, a story in mind that a female crow would be good of having, let's say, within that universe that's not, let's say, SJW? Because I can imagine that if the studios are going to introduce a female crow, it'll be for SJW kind of BS. But if you take that out of the equation, what do you think a female crow could do that wouldn't be so SJW, if that makes sense?
Well, usually the reason why women go on revenge is because they've been wronged in some way, and usually family. So if you have a situation similar to that one that was with Ben Affleck's ex-wife there, Jennifer Garner recently did basically Death Wish as a woman. That was great. That's a good movie. And in that kind of situation. So like her character, her husband breaks, well, I won't say it, but gets killed by a bunch of mobsters and the corrupt cops cover it up. So she comes back, she goes off into the wilderness, joins Muay Thai. She goes off and becomes this kind of badass mercenary, and 5 years later comes back and kills all the bad guys. And that could be the same kind of situation with the female crow. It's just, it's a very simple story. And what really made the crow so good was the stylism and all the original kind of it was that kind of gothic tale from the 90s. So maybe, I guess the thing that I would say is you would have to make it more relevant to the day. So not try and just redo a 90s movie set in 2021. Have a more cult appropriate style story from today's view, or set in the 1990s.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it sounds like it would be Kill Bill, but gothic. Mm-hmm. A gothic Kill Bill kind of situation going on.
I mean, the crow's a revenant.
Mm.
Are you still on about female crow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a fine concept. Sorry. Just getting myself back comfortable. No, but this is the thing with the crow. It works with anybody because it is somebody who's been wronged in life, and their spirit is transported back to them by a crow to take revenge for past slights. But it's only worthy slights. It's not, oh, that guy cut me up, in the fast lane 3 years ago. Nothing like that. It's truly wrong, tragic shit. So no, that would work perfectly well. That is one which, everybody's going on, oh, they're gender swapping. No, crow works with anybody. It's not a problem. You can do that with anybody and nobody's going to fucking bat an eyelid. You know what I mean?
Right.
You make James Bond into Jane Bond, people are going to go, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, there's a 1 F-bomb for the show.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of what Idris Elba said when people kept saying you should be
Anybody, no, I don't.
And he's like, make me an original character that I actually want to be. Don't make me. I don't want to go through the rest of my life being known as the first black James Bond.
Which is great because that's somebody just saying, no, fuck you. I'm not going to do it just because I can. I'm going to do it. I don't want to do it because, that's all you're going to call me for, So, by the way, yes, that was a second crate gone.
Oh my goodness. So we were talking about earlier on films that are coming out this year. So for the Orc, you mentioned Dune is the one that you're jazzed for, right?
Oh yeah. I really want that to be fucking good. Sorry, there's more 1 F-bomb for the show.
So for me, it would be Spiral, the Book of Saw.
Yeah, but I don't care about murder porn anymore. I get that on a daily basis when I go out and do my day job. I'm a fucking orc. What do you think we do to make money?
No, but the thing is,
I mean, yeah, okay, there is the whole stunt cop thing in porn movies, or stunt wang, as it's called in our circles. But apart from that, where do you think we go?
Oh,
pillaging.
I would like to do something in honor of Abunda.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! Bunda, that was more 1 F-bomb for the show. Bunda's in the chat. Oh god,
Bunda's
damn it.
in the chat. Hello, Bunda. Now,
and Bunda, no, there is not going to be a sports segment of this show with you hosting. So, fuck off. Oh, there's the 1 F-bomb for the show.
Well, you see, for me, I'm really, really anticipating Spiral, the Book of Saw, because apparently with what everyone's saying about it, it's going back to basics. It's going back to like how the original Saw film was.
What you mean psychological?
Yeah, there will
See,
be.
then I
gore.
might be interested.
There will still be the gore, but very reminiscent of the original Saw film. Which, if that's the case, freaking sign me up. I mean, I'm more excited for that film than I am, and this is saying something, for Godzilla vs Kong. Only by a smidgen more, bear in mind. But if I had to choose between Godzilla vs Kong and the Book of Spiral, the Spiral, the Book of Saw, the deuce, I'd be like Spiral all day long. But
Oh fuck that! I'll be good. I'll take the Book of Spyro any day.
What about you, Ledge?
I'm trying to think about movies because new movies that are coming out. It's so weird because everything got pushed back. So I'm trying to remember what is still coming out next year that I would want to watch.
Yeah, well, Black Widow's going straight to Disney Plus apparently.
Yeah. So one of the
movie
things
that nobody wanted, and it should have been out 5 years ago before fucking. There's a one F-bomb. Before Infinity War and Endgame.
Free Guy.
Oh, that looks fun. But then again, that's Ryan Reynolds, and he's a lovely dude, and he's fucking. Oh, sorry, there's a one F-bomb. He's great in any movie he does.
Now, have you guys seen Mississippi Grind?
Mississippi Grind.
What is that?
It's a movie with Ryan Reynolds where he gets to act, and he's really good in it.
Well, what about the other one he did where he's buried alive?
Yep.
Which one was that? I can't remember the name of it now. Where he's buried alive and he's just got his cell phone for a light and shit like that.
Yeah. No, it's okay. But yeah, Mississippi Grind is about him and Ben Mendelsohn play these two degenerate gamblers who are crossing the United States trying to get a big score, and just all this kind of crazy stuff they're doing and all the lies they tell and all the promises they make, and they get to where they're going. And yeah, it's a great movie and I really recommended it. No one, I think all these people are always saying that, well, he can't act. He just plays the same character. That's because he just
he gets
Deadpool in every movie. He's not in that movie.
Yeah.
Well, in the chat, Artisan74 has said, hell, give me a Leon the Professional sequel with Natalie Portman reprising a role.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I would be up for that.
No.
But
how can you
Natalie
have
Portman's
Leon the Professional sequel with Natalie Portman reprising a role without freaking Leon the Professional in it?
Well, you don't call it Leon the Professional too, but it's her.
It's very
30
simple.
Years in the future where she has to. She's living a quiet life somewhere, and then someone comes along. And
no, Dave,
and
it's very easy. Remember, Leon at the end, he says he's put all this money aside for. The mob boss is like, right, yeah, I'll keep hold of it, for you. The same thing he says to Leon. He uses the same line on her as he says for Leon, because he says Leon's put all this money in my trust, and she's back in the private school. She gets tutelage using her money that the mob boss is keeping safe for her, like he did for Leon, and she becomes as good an assassin as him. It's very simple to set up.
I don't want to see that movie. I've seen that movie. It's like Black Widow, and it's like the one with we've already seen that movie like 30 times done. It's actually every single woman.
No, but what I'm saying is, with it would be different. You can play that different because she's involved in that life and she wants to get out, and
you just described once again every female action movie for the last 20 years.
Bollocks, have I described every female action movie for the last 20 years?
Every female assassin movie, like this kind of situation. I want to get out of the life, but I'm still stuck in, and I've gone through this training. let's see something a little slightly different. I'm just.
Oh, mate, don't you knock the Long Kiss Goodnight. That is one of the biggest underrated fucking female
No, that's the
movies
type of
of
movie
all
I
time.
would want to see remade in this kind
Yeah,
of format.
I
where
thought that
she
would
doesn't
fucking get you
necessarily
going.
know, or all these other people come in. It's just like you just when you started describing your professional too. I'm like I'm starting to think of Red Sparrow, Black Widow, a bunch of other of these movies.
Oh God, Salt,
Hannah, like
Salt, yeah.
Yeah, Salt. Like,
I'm sorry, but Mr. and Mrs. Smith is a great fucking movie. Sorry, there's my one F-bomb for the show.
Mhm.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith is a great movie, but then, like you say, you had things like Salt, and then they immediately copycatted it with Red Sparrow, and it was just
I mean,
Atomic Blonde.
All these movies we're talking about are just remakes of La Femme Nikita.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
Well, in terms of the chat, Stu says call it Matilda the Professional. That just sounds really obvious, which is fair enough. James said earlier on, Spiral is on my list of most anticipated films this year. I'd agree with Steph, I'm more excited for Spiral than Godzilla vs. Kong. Nice one, dude.
That's because James is a simp.
Artisan says a Sandman movie would rock AF. Do you think it would?
Nah.
Not really that bothered about it.
Simp, James. Simp.
Oh, I know another movie I really wanted to see that was supposed to come out last year, and I want to see it. Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh God, yeah. I love the way in that fucking first. Sorry, that's all an F-bomb for the show. I love the way in that first trailer they basically said, "Oh, there's not been a ghost sighting in 30 years," i.e., the horrendous cluster fudge that was Ghostbusters 2016 didn't happen. Oh yeah, that's in the Kelvin timeline of the Ghostbusters universe.
Right.
Yeah. No, fuck it. Sorry, that's a one F-bomb. Didn't happen. Never saw it. Don't know what you're talking about. Look, this is what's going to happen. So that is the one. Yeah. But that one's been put in the back burner so much. They haven't even advertised it in the last 6 months.
Right.
Which makes me worried, actually, because it makes me think they're going to be doing reshoots and recuts to go with what they think would be better instead of just going with like the original concept. Because normally if you've got a film like that, you're going to want to pimp it and keep it in the public eye, even if you don't have a completely set release date. You know what I mean? And it's just like it's gone dark. It's gone completely dark now, and it's worrying for me. So
I have no expectations of Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'm worried for it. I'm worried for it. I have a funny feeling it's all hype and it's not going to be as good. I hope I'm proven wrong, but I don't know. I've just got a funny feeling about it that it's not going to be as good as everyone anticipates it to be. James says he's no simp. Now show us the proof you're an orc. Enhance, enhance, enhance.
You don't need to enhance this one, baby. You can go on Google Earth.
Will says, I think I'm done with Ghostbusters. It was a one movie idea. Do you agree with that?
No.
No.
Because Ghostbusters 2 I liked.
No, Ghostbusters was a franchise in the making before movies really contemplated franchises. Ghostbusters 2, again, we've already talked earlier today about budgetary concerns, should we say, which led to, and scheduling concerns, which led to it not being a completed movie, as it were. And
I
You
mean,
play.
real Ghostbusters cartoons proved that you could do
God,
this
yeah.
on a week-to-week basis and give like lots of great ideas.
I had the toys for that shit, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. So no, Ghostbusters was I'm gonna say one of the early concepts for a franchise where the studio didn't know where a franchise was, what a franchise was, and didn't support it properly. Because if Ghostbusters 2 had been done to the full extent of the director and the writer's vision, we would have had 4 or 5 of them, and we would never have got Ghostbusters 2016 or 17 or whatever it was. I remember watching it once and just, yeah. I think by that stage, I just got my sword out, shoved it through an entire crate, and just held the crate over my head and just went, oh, and I think that was about 15 minutes into the film. So, no, Ghostbusters could have been a good franchise. As it is, it was a good kids cartoon show. Toys were great. First movie's excellent. Second movie's good. I don't remember there being any other movies.
Oh, you don't want to remember?
Nobody in the world wants to remember.
True. Final thing, though, that I wanted to discuss before we toddle off is Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Not seen it yet.
Okay.
Same here.
You've not seen it yet? Okay. This is what I will say then. No spoilers in the chat, because the majority of the forum here has not seen it. I am pleasantly surprised. I'd publicly said that I was done with Marvel series after WandaVision, because to me, my own opinion, WandaVision is wank. But
that's an English term, by the way, in case you don't know. Wank means not very good.
Of the highest degree, not very good. But anyway, but
not very good. How's that for higher?
That's really, really good. Yes, you don't have any balls. You've just proved it. But Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Whoa! Did it just grab me by the balls and be like, "Steph, you're coming along for the ride"?
Those were my balls. You borrowed them.
And I was, well, either way, my balls are bigger. And I was like, "Yeah, all right." And I'm there with a smile on my face every step of the way. The 2 episodes have been released, and oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm saying this. Forget WandaVision. If you think it's anything like WandaVision in terms of the pacing, the story, anything like that,
No, I didn't think it was going to be that at all.
It is not like that at all. It is what a Marvel series should be. I absolutely rate this show so far. And to be fair, the action scenes, they're very much like cinema-like quality. It's amazing what they've done for this. So yeah, if you've not seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier and you're put off because of WandaVision, don't be. Because I was, and I took a chance on it because of Andy's review, and oh my goodness was I glad I did. So yeah.
By the way, we're not sponsored by Marvel, but if Marvel wants to sponsor us,
yeah. We're willing to sell our souls for that sponsorship.
Yeah.
Hang on, James.
Can I just point out a couple of things in the chat?
Yeah.
Are there any? All right, Artie, dude, I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks, so I'm so glad you're here again today. Are there any movies you didn't like but loved the soundtrack or score to? My personal opinion and my personal answer is no, because if I didn't like the fucking movie, I wasn't paying attention to the soundtrack because I was sitting there going, no, why am I watching this piece of shit? What the fuck? Oh, sorry, there's a 1 F-bomb for the show.
Yeah, right.
Why the hell am I watching this? So I'm not paying attention to the music. I'm trying to claw my own eyeballs out. You two, any good music scores where the movies were shit?
Godzilla,
trying to think.
1998.
Did you just say Toy Story?
No, I said Godzilla, 1998 version.
Right, there we go.
No, fair enough. Sorry, I don't know why I thought.
What?
You need to sort your mic out. It's dropping.
It's because I'm whispering further, but this is a new mic, okay? It's a new mic, and I'm getting used
Everybody,
to
it's quiet time for Steph.
Quiet time for me, okay?
Her better half has gone to bed, and she doesn't want to wake him up.
There you go. But I'd even
So she's
go.
got a directional mic which goes straight into her mouth.
Oh, I would even go so far to say Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
I like the movie though.
Yeah, same here.
I like the movie, so I'm not going to say it's a shit movie with a good soundtrack. I like the movie.
It's so bad it's good movie. Is how I would.
No, I loved it.
No,
Christopher Lambert as well as Raiden. No, fuck off.
There are some elements that, yes, okay, like Christopher Raiden as Lambert, or should I say the Highlander, Morphos. But the soundtrack to that, yeah, because to me, it's so much of a bad movie. It's good. It's one of those for me. What about you guys? A movie that's so bad it's good. What's the main one that comes to your head?
Good. There's so many movies that fall into that category.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say one straight away off the bat, which you talked about, The Room, which does not need a Snyder cut because it's so bad it's good anyway. Doing a Snyder cut to it would just ruin the fucking film.
Mm-hmm.
David,
I'm trying to think. I say there's so many. There's movies that are so bad they're good, and then try to come up with some of them off the top of my head. But let me look up some guilty pleasures, maybe.
Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I like Street Fighter.
There you go. I just pulled that off. I actually own that on DVD as well.
Sweet.
Oh God, other really bad movies that are just fun.
Okay, going through here.
He's going through his viewing history right here, folks. If he was to share his screen, you'd be shocked. And whilst he goes through it, Bunda, just want to say, yes, I drink and watch movies, and mate, I've always got a semi. Rest of the time, I will break rocks.
I have a special place in my heart for the Green Hornet movie.
I'm sorry. I just could not. No, I'm sorry.
It's the last movie my father and I went to see.
All right, fair enough.
And it turns out, and he's walking out and I'm like, what did you think of that movie? He's like, oh, I loved it. It's like he grew up as a kid reading the Green Hornet comic book and listening to the radio show. So that was like his thing. And I was like, oh, this is great. You have this love of this movie that clearly no one else will have, Dad. I mean, he lived for several more years, but I mean,
yeah, no, that's fair enough. But Green Hornet, oh no, I'm sorry, that movie myself, I was just like, oh, yo. Okay, Will says, Sucker Punch. I like the movie though. I'm sorry, Sucker Punch. I like the movie. So I'm not going to say it was a shit movie with a good score. Sucker Punch was a good movie, in my personal opinion. But that's because everybody's entitled to their own opinions, which is what we say here. So Sucker Punch was a good movie and it was a good score. Suicide Squad was an okay movie with a good score, or a half decent.
Innocent Blood.
Innocent Blood.
I have it over here. It's a vampire movie from the 90s. It is pretty. What was it? It's one of those Anne Parallel movies. She did all the those French semi-porn art movies.
I was going to say, so it was a softcore one, basically.
But it's this weird mafia movie where this like vampire is going through New York and she's murdering. She accidentally, normally when she feeds on someone, she has to kill him because otherwise
They
the guy will
turn.
be a vampire. And so she fails to kill this one guy, and he embraces the rest of his mafia family into becoming like vampire mafia, but they don't know any of the rules. So he goes in. Robert Loggia is the chief vampire, so he goes in and embraces. What's his name? Don Rickles is his accountant. So he embraces them in like the hospital, and there's a scene where he's like, his wife comes in and says, "Oh, honey, let me open up the curtains, get you some light." It's a terrible movie. It's hilarious. It's so bad it's good.
Well, Will Morris has said a good bad movie is Demolition Man. I disagree. I think that is a good movie.
No, that's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
That's a good movie. That's not a good bad movie. That's a good movie. Stu says Jaws 2.
I'd have to go check some of my DVD collection.
Will Morris.
No, I've got Demolition Man on DVD. I don't even need to check.
Will has said Sucker Punch and Suicide Squad. James, you're trolling here. The Room has iconic scoring.
Only on my eyeballs, where I tried to claw them out before I realised to love the hate watch.
You say the strangest things, my friend. Stu says...
Who, me or him?
Both. Stu says Jaws 2.
No, Jaws 2 basically reused the score from Jaws 1.
Mm. And James says, I wouldn't say it's shiz, but one of the scars I felt like meh on the movie is Man of Steel.
Oh no, they could have done more with Man of Steel. With the soundtrack, it would have brought a lot more emotion. And I like Man of Steel.
Mm.
Henry Cavill's Man of Steel, I like. I know that's a kind of unpopular opinion. Because people go, oh, Superman killed somebody. You know, he snapped his neck. It's like, well, did you not read the comic books? In the past, he's fucking...
You're breaking up, man.
Oh, hello? Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah, you're back now. But both of you kind of like...
Oh, that's you then, not us.
Here's a good movie for So Bad It's Good. The Last Boy Scout.
No, that's a good movie. That's a fun movie. Yeah. Damon Wayans and... Bruce Willis. Halle Berry in one of her first roles as well.
What's that?
Swordfish.
No, Halle Berry in Last Boy Scout. She's his.
Well, I know, but another So Bad It's Good is Swordfish.
I've got that as well with John Travolta and.
I like Swordfish, but what's The Last Boy Scout about?
Football, corruption in the American NFL, gambling side of it.
Oh, okay. Pass.
Yeah, they want to bring in, the bad guy. Secret plan is to bring in sports betting, which actually exists.
Exactly. Okay. So they called it 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
No, 24 years ago, I think it was.
Bloody hell, fair enough.
Like the opening scene is this the quarterback gets sacked, so he decides to take out the offensive line of the other football team.
No, it wasn't the quarterback. No, it was the running back. The quarterback passes off the ball to the running back. The running back runs, and then he pulls out a Smith & Wesson 38 and shoots the guy in the face.
Yeah.
Dude, don't mess with me on this shit.
Oakley dokley. So, firstly, when you mentioned, that you liked Henry Cavill as Superman, we're British. Henry Cavill's British. We're going to rep our dude.
I know he is.
Of course it's going to happen. Would you
No,
like
I don't
to
care
see
whether
him...
he's British or not. I like him as a character.
No.
I like him.
Would you like to see him as Captain Britain in Marvel?
Oh, we've had this conversation. Yes, I would, because they basically fucked him over for Superman. So hell fucking yes, bring him in for Captain Britain would be my immediate answer. Oh, bitches, you had a 3-movie deal with him or 5-movie deal with him, whatever. You're reneging on that. You've got to pay the contract out to him like they had to do with Johnny Depp with Fantastic Beasts. Great. And then he just goes, right, yep, I'm in the Marvel Universe now. I guarantee you the Marvel Universe will fucking... And by the way, before anybody says anything, I'm an orc. I'm not a Henry Cavill simp. You know, all you humans look alike to me, so bog off.
Sylvester Stallone's Cobra.
Oh, Cobra. Classic film.
Mm-hmm.
With the Night Stalkers. You know. Oh. Wasn't that the first time we met Bridget Nielsen?
Oh, God, no. She was Red Sonja's far...
No, that's Schwarzenegger. Was Red Sonja.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, because he was married to her, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe.
No. They met on Cobra and then they got married afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly. Here's where he goes, oh shit, you're right again, Kev.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for it.
I guess you're going to wait forever.
You're not even looking it up.
No, I'm doing something else here.
No, they met on Cobra and then they ended up getting married.
Yeah, I remember she was in Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Note 2 is when she's leader of the
gang. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. 3 is the one that I try and forget about.
Yeah,
me and Chris had this conversation on Wormholes last week.
Well, with that being said, you guys, does anyone have any final thoughts before we wrap up this stream?
I'll let the Ledge go first because he is the Ledge.
The only thing right now is I'm starting to do start on Netflix. There is a kind of a weird Sherlock Holmes show that I'm starting to watch, which is all about called The Irregulars, and it's on Netflix. It's a British show, and they're doing that situation where a lot of your shows are now being made blind casting. So Watson's a black guy, right? So it doesn't matter. It's just a fantasy world, right? But it's about these kids who are the Baker Street Irregulars, but it's a supernatural story.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of not obviously the actual shows, and I'm just like, oh no. Well, it's what you said before just now. I'm like, it's going to be supernatural for the YA audience.
Yep.
I don't have hopes for it, shall we say?
That's fine. I'm watching it and I'll be reviewing it when it's completed. There's another show I did watch that was kind of for the YA audience called Alex Cross, which is a remake of I guess they made a bunch of movies in the early 2000s, but the TV show that was done on Amazon, that's on Amazon Prime, is really good. So it's like way better than anything else that's getting made these days.
So a lot coming up on The Spy Guy. You can see it on the screen here. Please subscribe to The Ledge, support him, watch the videos, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Kev, the Orc, any final thoughts?
Yes. Yeah, I'm not going to be too interested in that Netflix show. Who's it? Judge Dredd is a goodish bad movie. Right, if you like a popcorn action flick, Stallone's Judge Dredd is okay. If you actually like the Judge Dredd character, watch Dredd with Carl Urban. It's such a crime that hasn't got a sequel, because that was fucking there's my one F-bomb for the show. Flaming awesome. Apart from that, movies I want to see, Snyder Cut is Spawn, and Blade 3. Apart from that, why the hell are you guys still watching? Seriously, didn't you get bored after the last fucking... Sorry, there's more one F-bomb for the show. Didn't you get bored after the first 15 minutes? I mean, Jesus Christ, I love you guys. You're here just for the orc and various other people that show up. So you are all freaking awesome. Yeah, Steph, wave again. Steph, wave again. There you go. You see, these are my meat puppets.
And this meat puppet, final words. Please, again, you can see it on the screen. Subscribe to the Spy Guy. You probably have already, of course, because you love us. But subscribe also to our channel as well. I released a video earlier on in terms of my reaction to the Suicide Squad. So if you haven't watched it, give it some love. I'd really appreciate that. And my final word is #Team Kong Morphos. With that being said, that's
Zilla
it
all
for
the
this
way.
stream. Thank you to everyone that has come about in the chat, liked all that malarkey, and yeah, stay tuned over the weekend. There'll be more streams and more videos that will be released, and